Take your pants off. Pinch nipples. Oh, look at that. Nipple, nipple, boobies.
Scruff in space. What's up, everybody? How is your evening going? Let's see, we got that. I think we're good to go. And, well, let's go ahead and thank WebDevy for 10 memberships to the Gaggle of Goofballs. What's up, Frank Notobetti, Colin, welcome, everybody. Early crew, as usual. Gasmasher, Joe Ross, Phil in the kitchen, Frank Walker here early. Bunch of other people. There's Patrick's here, Graham Shaw, what's up? Steve Odlers, Frank Gee. Lori was in here earlier. D Wood, Rifleman, everybody's piling in. There's Pianoman. Jacques Attack, Vince UK, Asmo with the Potato Cat, Zap Sparky, Kevin. Hey, what's up? If you're joining late, check your right about there live warning if you want to keep up with the chat. All right, so let's see. In about 8 minutes, we'll be doing a VertoThermoWhoofle. In about an hour, we're doing Pussies and Pianos with 2 older tracks from Pianoman Rob's repertoire. We'll be taking a phone call shortly. And first, we have our toast. What's up, Chicago Ted? So this evening's first toast is to Lori21. Happy birthday, Lori. I hope it is going well and went well and everything is groovy. So happy birthday to Lori. Mouse in the house. What's up, TJ? Redneck Atheist. Ugh. All right, so obviously from the thumbnail, I got the 4090 installed. Still need to get the correct power cable from Jeremy because I accidentally plugged my high power cable into his computer and left his in his power supply box. So we're going to get that sorted Monday or Tuesday, get that plugged in, and then I can let that go full whack because right now it's at 90% allowed power consumption, which is about 430 watts. All right, why don't we take a phone call for Lori? Since this is the phone that Lori sent to the show. Yellow? Yeah, I appreciate the, it's a little early, but I mean, you understand. I mean, you came from Canada. So that would explain. I mean, you got to keep in mind. Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Shut up. All right. This is like current technology for most of Canada, just to so you know. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm just talking shit. Yeah, that's what we do. All right. Thanks for calling. Cheers, everybody. It was the exact same power supply, C2S. You got an 850 watt like I got, the exact model, exact same anything. That's why it just plugged right on in, because I had my power supply sitting there to grab like fan adapters and RGB adapters, and just not thinking, I reached in and grabbed my cable. Which part of that's probably like, who the fuck thought I was going to need it? But I guess I do. So, well, I could probably run that at full 480 watts with the adapter that comes with it. That adapter is also known to have some issues. That's why I'd rather get the full cable. Because in the history of 4090s melting connectors, it's it's much more unlikely to melt itself if it's a full just cable and cable with no adapters. Because you got to figure, every time there's an adapter, something plugs into something else. It's just another piece of resistance, I guess we could call it. And it's just another place for things to run hot. So when you go end to end and everything's plugged in, it's usually fine. That's your best chance, we'll say. And I'm not going to be overclocking it because, I mean, it's a 4090. You don't really need to overclock it. I'm just going to set the numbers up to a nice even level to fix my OCD, and then that'll be fine. And that'll be probably Tuesday, because I got to get Ed's computer built tomorrow. Instead of doing a Gray Zone stream tomorrow, we're doing building Ed's computer, and then Monday and Tuesday I'll get that sorted out, and then I'll tune that video card. BigClive says you always preferred running a generously rated power supply so it is stable and runs cool. Yeah, well, I gotta watch my overclocks. I actually have a kilowatt meter hooked up with a different power cord to watch, because this system is capable of pulling over 1,000 watts. If you use OCCT, which is basically just made to benchmark and destroy computers. If you run that at full power, it pulls over 1,000 watts. But during gaming and normal whatevering, it's up to 700, which is fine for an 850 watt power supply. And MSI, like me and Asma were talking last night, they use CWT, which is fine. They're good power supplies, so it'll be fine. And when I hit that last night, it was only at 1,000 watts for a couple seconds. I was like, ooh, yeah, you know what? Boop. So that's fine, because I don't like, it's a good system. If I ever need to bump it up, as it were, I'll just get another 1,000 watt power supply and have a nice 850 watt power supply for something else. Yeah, it's Deltic. The 12H high power plug is kind of a train wreck right now, which is also why I'm not going to overclock the 4090, because, yeah, it says 600 watts, and some cards are fine with that 600 watt rating, but some just don't work. And it always melts on the card side, never on the power supply side. So it's definitely something in how it's mounted on the card. A lot of times it's because they have just too much of a bend in there, or they don't train the flex. So, Clive, 1 kilowatt is scary for computers and their smoldering hot processors. Well, one of the interesting things that I like to remind people of is, like, if you take a coin, like say an American quarter, or like, you know, your typical coin that's roughly an inch or 25-ish, 26 centimeters, like square, like something that's about the size of a quarter, about as thick as that, but like a square. Now you think, like on the 4090, the GPU voltage that runs at is 1.050, sometimes up to 1.070. So let's just call that 1 volt. Okay? At 1 volt, that little quarter is pulling 480 watts, which, those of us that know Ohm's law, that means that quarter is absorbing 480 amps at 1 volt. My processor is at 1.5 volts at like 260 watts. I have it capped off. So even then, like, I mean, that's, you know, over 100 amps. I mean, it is ridiculous that you can pump 480 amps into that little chip. But when you think it's only at 1 volt, but either way, you're looking at something the size of a quarter that's 480 watts, and people have pushed them up to like 800 watts. It's crazy what we can do with cooling, and now you understand why a 4090 is this big, and it's all to cool that quarter-sized die. That's all it is. It's crazy. Modern GPUs are space heaters with some pixel output on the side, says AdColor. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, in the crypto world, they actually build space heaters that just sit there and like mine, whatever I guess you have a mine, and they just sit in the middle of the room like a little space heater, but they are mining for you. It's like, oh my god, it's insane. All right, it is time for the VertoThermoWhoofle. Let's see, that's good. That's good up there. Let's move that. Don't want to knock over the phone. All right. Hit the button. Let's rock that out, shall we? I just cleaned the woofler, so we should get some good clean woofles. Because, you know, that counts. Woofle. Number 2. A little bit of soot up there. Number 3. And the up close. Woof. I do believe a lot of times when it freaks out and starts getting that like strobiness, quick flick, that might be the burn-in protection kicking in. Don't know. Chippy, most of my power consumption on the PSU is the 8 spinny rust drives I use for storage. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't have any extra drives plugged into it, just system and game drive. The studio computer's got, well, that's actually got one plugged into it. Most of my storage is on the media server downstairs. All right. Slider stuck. It's stuck again. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. If I change it, does it unstick? Of course. It's, yeah. I gotta see if there's any updates, because it seems like it's getting weirder as opposed to sorting itself out a little bit, as it were. Rob was having some audio problems, apparently. If you want to see how sooty the ceiling gets, just stick a bit of clear tape on it and occasionally wipe the soot off the tape to see the original ceiling. That's not a bad idea. Actually, I got a piece of blue tape up there holding strip lights up. That's very close to the impact zone. That'll be nice to peel back. What's up, Lock Watcher? How was pancakes? Or does that next Thursday? Like, do you do every Thursday or every other Thursday for pancakes? Because I just finished my chocolate chip pancakes I made this morning. I made them a couple days ago, but I just made a lot just because I was super fucking baked. So I just made a lot. A planetary woofle says dances with artworks. Yeah, the way things are going, I'm sure we'll see that soon enough. Oh, and apparently, yeah, speaking of planetary woofles, apparently, as I've seen, apparently England, or I'm sorry, UK, or the biscuits have a new person to spread the butter. Again, like apparently doesn't it just flip flop back and forth, kinda like it does here. Okay. Anyway, all right, what do we got going on? Let's see, what else are we talking about tonight? Not much. I gotta make the thumbnail for the Edge stream tomorrow. Clean the house up a little bit. Doesn't really need much. I'm gonna do a dab soon enough. to see if I got hit with a warning thing just because I did a dab, or because there was copyrighted music. Not copyright, like a copyright claim against the video that's clearly not copyrighted music, but since that claim hit, and then they monetized it in the interim because they're fucking assholes. Which I don't understand. If someone hits you for copyright and then they go ahead and monetize it, like when they know it's clearly not a copyright issue, it's not even close, it's like beyond fair use, it's so different. But they go ahead and monetize it anyway because they think they're going to get the money. When they lose, then we get the money, and I just turn monetization off. Like, it seems like every time I get hit by a copyright thing, I get like $5, or well, the channel gets like $5 from forced monetization. So yeah. I guess keep that in mind. If you're ever watching back on a live stream and it's monetized, it means it's been hit by some kind of a copyright thing or whatever. Because I don't monetize the live streams at all. During or after. So if you ever see that, it's because I'm dealing with some dumb monetization thing. It's fun watching a joint session of the British Parliament. It's like a political roast. Yeah, I've seen some of them. Like, y'all get pretty wild over there. Like, I think that's where some of our guys got some of the guys and girls got the idea. They do it to enough people, they make money, says Asma. Yeah, it's true. A lot of people probably don't dispute it, but that's bullshit. YouTube is trialing a feature that may allow certain tracks to be removed without affecting your normal audio. Yeah, there's like, you can get software to do that. I guess BigClive. So I guess YouTube's trying to integrate that, but the stuff I get hit for isn't copyright. It's like stuff that Rob plays on the piano that is completely, like, it is different, his own rendition of it. So it's complete. It's considered a combination of fair use and just original piece of music, and then they hit, and then I dispute it, and then it goes away. They never like, say, oh, are bad, and like push it to the side. They just let it sit there. That's just annoying. But, whatever. Even a cover can get a strike. Oh, yeah, you can't do anything. Like, video game music will give you a strike. Like, I stream Greyzone all the time, and the title music got me a strike. So I deleted it. I just used the YouTube thing, just delete the music, so it was only in the menu anyway. And then I left a note for the creator that literally said, you can go fuck yourself because you're only striking small creators. Surprised like nothing came out of that, because a lot of people were bitching about it. But it's one of those things, sure, it's within his right, but like, that's some bullshit. It's original music for a video game that I paid for. And I was commenting on the music, so like, I could have disputed it as fair use, but I'd rather just tell him to go fuck himself and delete it. Song reaction videos work how? I have no idea. I don't know how people get away with some of that stuff. And the algorithm's getting like it's funny. I mentioned this a while ago, but the one time I sung Insane in the Membrane as an intro song, and even though I changed some words, I did a test of it just to see what would happen. Because that was the one. I also did a track where I went boom, 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 boom. Like, I recorded that ahead of time. So like, there was a rhythm and my horrible music together. And I submitted a 2-minute video, just like unlisted, so that it would check for copyrights. Private, it usually doesn't. Sometimes it does. I don't know. It probably does now. But even I had it as unlisted, and it checked that video, that 2-minute video, for 2.5 days for copyright strikes, doing any fucking thing it could to try and tie that to probably, Insane in the Membrane. Like, it must have compared it to every live track it could find, anything it could find, and it was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I probably just got a copyright strike for doing that. But yeah, like, the algorithm's getting a little fucking, like, calm down. Like, when it wants to find it, as opposed to saying, no, I can't find anything, we're good. But then it goes, you know what, I want to find something. It seems like it's a little iffy right there. It's crazy. And it's not like, I'm not $1 million channel or anything. Nor do I want to be. That is some strong ass raspberry tea. Ugh. Fran got zapped during a live stream for a few minutes. She was showing videos that she had already uploaded to YouTube so they could see it in advance. Yeah, sometimes you got to try that in advance stuff to see what happens, but sometimes it doesn't work. You still get snapped even when one doesn't. And I think with song reaction videos, as long as you're talking over it, sometimes they'll change the speed a little bit. And if you're pausing and breaking it up and being very obvious that you're commenting on it, then it's easy to get that as fair use. Because I mean, that is the definition of fair use. Now, if you're just sitting there going for like 3 or 4 minutes, then they can get you for copyright on that. Ow. Oh, well, I'll always be $1 million channel to e-fault. Oh. Oh, man. Well, like, YouTube's fun to do, but, like, they do make it hard. I mean, I understand it's a bunch of legal bullshit, but most of that legal bullshit was pulled by people that already make millions and millions and millions of fucking dollars, and they think that extra 5 cents is gonna, like, put them somewhere. Of a creator, not me, just me, but a creator using 1 minute of a song to just play in the background, and then they claim, oh no, we need money for that because obviously they're coming to your 4-hour show so they can hear that 1 minute of our music kind of thing. It's just fucking stupid. Nobody comes to listen to the theme song if it's a 4-hour show or 3 hour, whatever podcast or whatever, that kind of thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's like Gray Zone. I haven't heard that ever since that dumb fuck copyright struck me. I haven't even, like, I don't listen to any of the music in the game, and when I stream, you don't hear any of it. Like, congratulations, now nobody wants to hear your music. It's fucking bravo, way to go, dumbass. So, like, that's what I don't understand. You make music for people to hear. You use it in a video game, knowing damn well the video game is going to be streamed. And as soon as someone streams it, that's not even monetizing the video, because I don't monetize live streams. You come in and try to steal my video and my platform to use it for your personal gain. For a total of 2.5 minutes of the few times I bumped into the menu to squat up and come back in. Fuck you. You're a cunt. Like, you're just a cunt trying to exploit the system to make literally an extra couple bucks. So, whatever. So, yeah, so anyway, I just won't play your music. Like, your music can go fuck itself. Yeah, as Atkalar says, copyright is a good thing, which it is. It's the monetization companies. It's like, yes, it's the abuse of the monetization system that's the problem. It's not the copyrights. By all means, you should have copyright protection for your music so that other people can't make money off of it if they're utilizing it in an improper fashion, other than like free use. But it's the monetization bullshit of literally scrounging for pennies off of someone that's not even looking to make a penny off of it. That's what pisses me off. I'm not looking to make pennies. I don't run ads. I don't do anything. And half the time when I play game music, I am running commentary on the music. Like, I probably could have fought that copyright hit on Gray Zone, but it just isn't worth my time. So I just delete his music and tell him to go fuck himself. Sorry, I'm just fucking going on and on about that. It's just frustrates the shit out of me. Like, you'd think you'd want people to hear your creation. But anyway. But if you make music with AI, all bets are off, no protection. Yeah, actually, that's definitely a thing, because if you make music with AI, you didn't make the music. Like, the creator of the AI kind of made it because you're using their shit to create yours. I mean, that's a weird one, but yeah, I think if you're doing stuff with AI to make a profit, then a copyright can be an issue, I guess. However, that would work out, since it was created by somebody else. Because it's, I don't know, that's a weird one. What's up, DJ Bones? Ah, it's all good. It's like that. Like, every time I've done a copyright, a dispute, it's gone away. Um, there's just some I don't dispute. Like, the very first video I ever uploaded had 9 Inch Nails in the background, and it got immediately smacked down. Fucking what, almost 20 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, it's a blatant, yeah, like, go for that. And they didn't monetize it or anything. They just said, you can't monetize this. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I won't. Anyway, top of the hour toast. Let me kind of kick this. This is almost dead. Should we do a toast to something here? Here's a toast to creators that believe in, I don't even know how to word it. Creators that believe that here's two creators that properly believe, enforce, and go along with free use policies and laws, so that their works can be heard and shared and enjoyed by everyone while still protecting their right to make music. Something like that. You know what I mean? Cheers. Chicago said, cheers to the creators. Nerds that put cool shit on the internet for free are the best people. As much as you can. Like, obviously, if there's certain levels of creation that, a little bit of a scratch here and there wouldn't hurt. Whoops. Or, like how I got the Goofballs thing, it's not that I'm necessarily making you pay to see the videos. It's just, since you're helping support the channels, here's a little extra content, and I got to release another public video here soon. But what I'm doing isn't some kind of cool ultra holy shit content. It's just me doing derp stuff. Like, no one's gonna like take snippets of my videos and like make cool like millions of dollars out of me like dropping a wrench and complaining about heister engineers. Yeah, like it's like, I really don't plan on ever getting a different kind of microphone, so we're just gonna have to deal with the forever clang. I mean, if I got a different arm, well, if I got a different arm, it would be like, because this arm is just under the camera edge, so it really can't come up any higher. So how's everybody else's weekend going? Was this like a bank holiday or anything over in the UK, or like, do you guys get election days off or anything like we do? Well, we don't. Some of us do. Some of us don't. Yeah, I ain't gonna. I really don't plan on fixing it. I may at some point get a different boom for it, because this one is a little weird. I definitely need to get a different boom arm downstairs. You're pardon my ear. I just like, I'm an old guy, so every once in a while you gotta hit up in there with a fucking little touch up shaver. So I do that thing and I pop it, and then sometimes it pops stuff out. absolutely horrible to do for your ears. Don't do that. I'm sure I'll eventually rip or pop my eardrum out. Why are I wearing headphones? That way, because since I have stuff like
Pickle Rick!
that,
And then I can do stuff like this and be like, bah, bah. And
and stuff like that. I want to make sure I can hear what you hear, and also because I have, it's a little busy here, so I have inputs from the microphone. I have inputs that can go through my headphones into the microphone into OBS. I have a separate input for these two, a separate input for up there where Rob's sitting behind that window, another one for the background music, because this is one computer, that's another computer. So I got to make sure I hear what's going out because there's way too many things that could go wrong, which have before. So just want to make sure I know what's up. And these are really comfortable headphones. Like I used to have these with this busted ass mic, my little Razer black V2s. And these are comfortable. I could wear these literally all day. I would fidget with them a little bit. Whereas these are a little bit better. I don't fidget as much and they work out well. You are welcome, Stinky Mole. These are Bear Dynamic DT770s. Sound really good on games. Music sounds pretty good as long as you have good music. That is another thing I figured out since this is like the first set of like quote high-end headphones I've really ever had. Like bad quality music sounds really bad on good headphones. So it's like, ooh, now I understand. Like I'm learning more about audio quality now that I have quality audio replicators, aka, you know, speakers, headphones, yada yada. So, and I've noticed like apparently these aren't that uncommon. Like I've seen other streamers wearing them, so I guess they're like not bad. I think I got these for like a was it 120, 130, which it's the low end of like high ends, so it's still pretty good, and I really like them. They're comfortable. The only thing I changed on them was I got the velvet pads instead of like the rubbery ones they come with, and these are like $10 off of Amazon, and it's fucking butter. It's butter. Actually, lo-fi channels sound fine. Because like even like lo-fi channels, they're lo-fi, but it's quality music, and it's not what's the word I'm looking for? It's not I guess dynamic. It's not overly dynamic. It's usually just a couple instruments, like a tone that kind of goes along, as opposed to drums and guitar and a bass and this and singing, and you know, it's not trying to replicate as many sounds in bits as it goes. So since there's less sounds, it can replicate them in higher quality. Pretty sure that's kind of how encoding works. Like seriously, I'm pretty sure that's how encoding works. Since there's less shit to reproduce, it can make higher quality of what it is producing. Kind of like on this stream, like as long as I'm chill or like the game is pretty chill, everything's really clear. But as soon as you start running, you can see like the blur motion as the codecs are trying to catch up. That's why lo-fi channels sound good on anything, because you don't need a lot of thanks, Sarah C2S. He said it, he typed it as I was saying it. You don't need a lot of headroom for the frequency, so it sounds great mobile, obviously at home, wherever you're at. Is there a heavy metal version? What do you mean? Of music or the headphones? Because there is like Metallica, I think it was Metallica just got with somebody on headphones. I don't know who. It may have been Bear Dynamic. I'm not sure, but like they do make headphones that are a little bit more tuned for the heavy metal, which usually means a thicker mid, good high end, and just punchy low end as opposed to any sustained stuff. Jimmy Perky. I wonder if that's the Jimmy Perky that I think that is. Let's see. Oh, that is. Wow. Wow. What's up, Perk? Hi, this is your little icon. How are you this weekend, good sir? And how is the youngling? I haven't talked to you in a moment. How long have you been in here? Let's see. I should pay more attention. I try to pay attention. I've known Mr. Jimmy Perky there since 1991. We're old. Well, let's see here. Do I got anything left in this? Yeah, I got one more left in this. Yeah, so here's a toast to Perky, as he's known as. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. All right, now that's beat. All right, what time is it? Oh, okay, we still got 25 minutes till Pussies and piano. So we're gonna get the old dab rig out. See if I get hit by YouTube for you. So what happened was, since number 42 got copyright struck and monetized, that meant they did an advanced scan. They saw me doing a dab, and they got switched over to 18 plus adults only, which means it's basically a dead video anyway, because it just won't get listed anywhere. So, assuming I don't get copyright strike this evening, I'd be interested to see if it's automatically scamming for a dab, or not, or if it only bothers if there's monetization involved. So, we have our usual. I still have some of that diamonds and sauce left. Don't mind the shaking. That's part of why we do cannabis. Oh, I can get that amazing. Turns 2 on Friday. No shit. Excellent. There's left of that. Still a decent amount. That's probably it's about a gram. This was a 2-gram pick. Or 2-gram tub. Let's put some of that in there. Ugh. We're such a terrible chat. Oh, terrible. No, not terrible, Rob. Terrible. You gotta say it right. That's terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. All right, we're gonna put some bubble hash on top. And it's funny because, like, we all agree, like, Horvath saying YouTube are cunts. Like, they kind of are, but they kind of got to follow the laws because of all the monetization. Companies also have monetization lawyers. But it's funny, we all complain about it, but here we are. What's up, Chicago Ted? Welcome to the Gaggle of Goofballs. You enjoy forklift. Oh, yeah, the Friday video, I'll release that probably tomorrow or Monday. Come on, get in there. I'm just making a mess more than a dab. Jeez. Ooh, I don't know if I showed that or not. That's the bubble hash. Quite a lot, but you don't really need a lot. Scrape that off. I gotta clean the spoon. Just saw new Dental of Aardvarks. Just saw new of the bread queues. There's bread lines in Canada. Can we get confirmation of that, Lori? What's the bread lines all about? All right, let's see. Yeah. So, this it almost is inappropriate, but not really, because we all toast in our own ways. So when this goes green, we'll do a toast to Perky's little one, the daughter, turning 2. Good to see you. Glad to hang out. Cheers. Bubble hash is an extract. Keef just falls off the bud. God damn, there's a lot in here. All right. I can't tell. Can the camera see how fucking smoky it is in here right now? Sheesh. I'm gonna be coughing a lot, as you know. Scruff in space. Ugh. That's the one that lets you know you're alive. Ah, great. And I got a fucking another vape here in 6 minutes. Ooh. All right. I just had the cough stitching that, says Horvath. Yeah, I tend to do pretty deep dabs. Even though nowadays, since I've been doing less, my tolerance is a little better. So that ought to do me just fine.
Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
All right, I'll be hearing that a couple times. Bishop! I should actually, you know what? I think Leaf Rohawk, I think I may actually use one of my buttons for the Lego Movie Spaceship guy. Because I like run around real life doing that shit all the time, just yelling, Spaceship! So, I'm going to make a note of that. The almighty posted note. Spaceship button. Wow, learn how to spell. There you go. Spaceship button mixer. Ding. Phew. How did you come up with your name, Scrufdog? Ha! So when, and Perky can vouch for me on this if he's still watching. So in the 10th grade, I had to take gym with the 11th graders. And in the 10th grade, I had a beard longer than this and hair down to my belt. So the 11th graders started calling me Scruffy. And then right after high school, it evolved from Scruffy into Scrufdog. And that's me. Like, even my work uniform say Scrufdog. All my customers know me as Scruff or Scrufdog. It's just who I am. Like, I considered actually having my name legally changed to Scrufdog, but that just isn't. That's just a pain in the ass. What's up, sweet bug? Welcome.
Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Ah, damn.
Well, what's that then?
You are welcome, Rickard EB. Yeah, like when the McCall Handling Company, the previous forklift company I worked for, when they got absorbed into Eastern Lift Truck, I told him, like, straight up, like, let's see, he's 1, 2, like, basically third, like, 3 level, like, president, vice president, that guy, and then right under him, they were kind of like interviewing us, you know, since they were hiring us technically. And I sat there with my boss and I told them straight up that I wouldn't work for them unless my uniform said Scrufdog. And they went, really? And they looked at my boss and my boss went, yeah, that's it. That's how he is. And they went, well, okay. And my first uniforms came in. They didn't say Scrufdog. I sent them back. And then they sent ones that said Scrufdog. Now we're good. So got that all worked out. The holy hand grenade woofler would be cooler than liquid nitrogen. I'm sure I could, actually I was working with that today in my brain for the new station for the 3D printer, and I think I have it worked out. So once I get that going, perhaps I could make a holy hand grenade woofler. Probably wouldn't be too bad. Oh, God. Yeah, you know what? Hold on. I keep saying I need to get the oxid on that slider. Deoxit. That right there. You were questioned about the Pianoman t-shirt the other day. Very good. Did you tell them, like, it was, like, from a prison camp? Or, was there anything good to say about it? Oh, God, another toot. Okay. Let's do some Berrylicious from, Sun Med Labs. They used to be kind of like the cheap asses in the cannabis, medical cannabis world. Ah, shit, the merch link. Oop, there we go. Merch just joined. But they actually they got so popular with people just trying to get cheap meds that they actually stepped their game up. So, like, now they're like kind of mid-tier stuff. And their vapes are actually really good. And Berrylicious is fucking delicious. So, happy 420, everybody. There is just merch. There is no boobies command. Maybe once I get around to fixing all that stuff, maybe I'll add a boobies command for everybody. Well, mostly for Rob, but you know what I mean. Get the chair in just the right place. You gotta find the right dimples. Like, this chair has different sets of dimples for me to sit differently, so you kind of gotta, like, find them until you, like, fall into them. Like, I can't be the only one that has, like, that has that set spot. That is all about the boobies. Now, that's a good one there, C2S, with the little heart nipples. That's nice. It's almost calming boobies. All right, so I guess I'm gonna have to come up with a boobies command. Let me, hold on. Let me write that on the spaceship note, because that's basically in the same place. Boobies command. All right, I'll get on it. Oh, so Starliner is still a fucking flying death trap. Like, there's still just nothing. They have no idea when that thing's coming back. Like, they're like, oh, well, the 45-day rating was just for the batteries, so we're just going to reset that because the batteries are doing fine. I'm like, yeah? Are you sure it was just for the batteries, or is this just more bullshit excuses? Do you think... Lockwatcher, do you think Butch and Sundance will still be on the ISS when SpaceX crashes it in 2031? Yeah, probably, because Boeing will still be, hey, we're just one more test. The batteries are fine. One more test. Wait, what are you doing tomorrow? Shit. Yeah, they'll still be not stranded. Yeah, pretty much. That's about right. Oh my God. Yeah, they really just need to give up. Send Crew X up there. Just stop. If they get home, if it was Starliner, which obviously I want them to be home, but if they get home on Starliner, it'll be a freaking miracle. What else is going on this week? I've just been busy. I've been busy not paying attention to anything because my vacation started like Wednesday after pretty much right. Yeah, I got home for the Lego stream, which were a little farther ahead. On the Spaceballs RV. Last week was just a lot of interior work, but we're getting pretty close to starting the roof. So I'm guessing that's probably going to be another week or two. And then, oh, yeah, speaking of which, the for those that watch the Lego streams on Wednesday, the Lieber excavator has been ordered from eBay. I found that instead of $1,057, I found it for $899 from a seller with 435 or something like that verified sales that were 100% of selling all kinds of different Lego stuff. So that's solid. That's on the way to work. I think that shipped yesterday. So that's on the way. I still have to like buy the instructions to make it from an excavator into Johnny 5, but that's $15. So I was able to save us a couple bucks there. And then I took kind of some of the couple bucks we saved when I ordered I pre-ordered the lunar rover. That comes out August 1st, but we're working on Johnny 5, that's going to be obviously a long project. So I ordered that. Then I tossed in a couple bucks myself for a couple bonus stuff for us to do as well. That I ordered so much at the same time that Lego threw in, I think it was like a fireworks piece or something like that. So that may be something, I guess it was a 4th of July thing. I guess we'll take a look at it too as well. So we have those pieces coming. We got the Johnny 5 stuff coming. A couple of extra bonus things for stuff I ordered. And yes, I ordered the salt and pepper shake, the Lego salt and pepper shakers. So that actually, I can take that post-it note down. So the salt and pepper shakers have been ordered. C2S says I should have gotten 2, one for Johnny and one for an excavator. Yeah, I mean the excavator's cool, but like we watched a short circuit last night for movie night, and it was like, hell yeah! Like it's funny you forget how tall he is, and then like the Lego version is a very Wall-E looking version of it. Which I found out last night that my copy of Wall-E has disappeared. I don't know where the fuck that went, so I need to get that sorted out. But yeah, I mean, worst comes to worst. Since it's all genuine Lego stuff, it'll be durable enough if we ever want to change it to something else. Apparently that particular kit, there has been various people that have come up with different things to use it for because it is such a big and in-depth kit with multiple channels of remote control. C2S is all about the excavator. Like, I'll make sure I'll keep the box somewhere just so C2S can be like, hey. Yeah, in the movie, he was basically like 6 foot tall. I think almost, I guess, I don't know. I'd be interested to see if he was 6 feet or like 2 meters. I didn't pay enough attention to see if they scanned, if there was any indication of metric or English standard, whatever, fucking everything in 16th measurements. I mean, like, I'll tell you what, like, I'm fine with metric measurements. Like, that's cool. You know, there is a little less thinking of what's next up from a 13. Oh, it's a 14. But then again, you work with it so much, it's like, what's up from a 13? I don't know, a 9/16 or a 14. Or I can't find a 13. Well, I'll try a half. Like, one of them fits and one of them doesn't. And 10 3/8, one of them fits, one of them doesn't. 5/8 or 5/16 and 8 millimeters are dead nuts, pretty much the same motherfucking thing. As well as 19 3/4 inch. Like I'd be like, even like brand new forklifts still show up with fucking some English standard shit on it. Next up from 13 is usually a 15. That is generally true, especially if you're working on a General Motors vehicle, like GM, like Chevrolets, shit like that. They typically use 7, 8, 10, 13, 15, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22s, and 24. And then Phillips, a few flatheads, like a 1/4 inch and a 5/16 nut driver for various clamps and hoses and such. You get your forklifts from England? No, well, let's see. Most of our forklifts in America are made in, was it Brewery or something, Kentucky, North Carolina, I think Illinois, maybe. I forget where all the plants in America are, but then all the really big shit gets made over in Nijmegen, Netherlands. Pretty much anything from a 190 and up, so 8.5 ton and up. Those are made in Nijmegen and then shipped around the world. And then we have various pieces that are a lot of stuff that's made in Italy and then shipped around the world. Yes, the cursed 10 millimeter. I got 99 wrenches, but a 1081. That's what one of my, I 3D printed lots of pieces of a toolbox that I made it so I could thread and epoxy it together. And it's actually been getting the shit beat out of it for like the past 4 years, and it's still good. But you open it up, and on the back side, it says I got 99 wrenches, but a 1081. Every once in a while, I'll open it, not even thinking, and like a tech will be next to me and just be like, cool. Admiral Rascals. Japanese cars have lots of 10, 11, and 12 in them. Yeah, I don't see 11 a lot, unless it's a 7/16, which is also pretty much the same thing. But I do notice Japanese cars, in my experience, it's a lot of 10, 12, and 14. Nissan's really, I think if it's Nissan, that's a lot of 10, 12, 14. I think Honda's 10, 12, and 15, or at least on their, like my motorcycle. If you use Japanese power tools, JIS screwdrivers are almost essential. It says Dances with Aardvark. Yeah, I have a set of JIS. There are 2 sets. You have 2 sets of JIS screwdrivers. One that's kept with the bike, one that's at work, and then I have a couple of those 8 million fucking bit kits. I have a couple of those for work that have some, and then I have some in a kit up there, sitting on the shelf up there that has some JIS bits in them. Boy, once I discovered that was why everything was wrong with me trying to take fucking screws out of my Honda, it was like revolutionary that I've got this JIS bit and put it on the Phillips that always stripped out and just went, holy shit. Never knew. Ed Bird, almost all Japs are even metrics until you get the drain plug for oil. There you go. Just like on the shit we got at work, like most of it is metric, except for a couple of mounting bolts that are just like through bolts, and then the caps that are on the trunnions are what are they, 1/16 or something. Eptilar says metric bolts have a set ratio between thread size and bolt width. That's why some millimeter sizes for nuts are uncommon. Yeah. Yeah, it's really fun too when I'm working at sorting out mounting water coolers and radiators for water cooling the computers and shit, because you never know if it's going to be a metric thread. There's 2 different metric threads they use and 2 different standard threads that they use for mounting. that are like threaded into the radiator, so you just got to roll the dice every time you mount a radiator and hope you got the right size ones, if you need to use extended pieces. Aren't most spark plugs standardized to 5/8? You have 5/8 or 14 millimeter. Then like 18 millimeter. Or, what is it, 13/16? Kind of all works out. Impact, hammer impacts driver makes a world of difference. Oh, yeah. Like an old school hammer, you put like a big chunky flathead on just this big chunk of steel with two pieces that are cut to like slide together, and when you hit it, it slams down, and the force of it tries to turn it to loosen it, and you really get some shit going with that. You usually just break the heads off, but sometimes if it's a strong enough bolt, it's just bound in the thread, you can knock it loose. Usually, if you can get it just to turn just a little bit, hit it with some, not WD-40, but like PV Blaster or actual penetrating oil. WD is not good for it. It's okay, but you get a good penetrating oil. Put that in there, then every time you get it to move a little bit, put more in there, because you're creating more and more paths for it to get down in there and loosen shit up. And worst comes to worst, if you can get heat around it, that'll sometimes help. As things expand and contract, you can kind of knock stuff loose. Horvath, every manufacturer standardizes on a set of sizes, even though ideal sizes would be slightly different. It's an economy of scale. Yeah, it's that, so you don't have to retool everything. You don't have to buy, all your boys, a different set of impacts, have a different set of things for that. That's why, like, most companies have 3 sets of lug nuts, like small cars, mid-size, and then, like, big cars and trucks. That way, they're all going to be coming down the same line anyway, so that guy always has the same, impact gun to get the wheels on, or the same thing to put the seatbelts. The seatbelt bolts are always the same size. I think on GM, most of those are, they're big. They're fucking like 5/8 bolts. I think they're like 15/16 heads. Animal Rascal says PV Blaster works pretty good. That's what I've always used. I've always found it works. Like, growing up, I was like, ooh, WD-40, because I just didn't know. But then I got PV Blaster, and I went, oh, this actually works a lot better. That or Panther Piss. What's that one? Is it something with a K? There's other stuff that's really, really good. It's like one word. I think South Main Auto uses it. I get that from work every once in a while. I forget what that's called. It's like an old school. I think it's like an orange and Croyle. There it is. Croyle. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, Croyle. I get that work every once in a while. It'll like come through work, and I'll be like, check please. Yeah, I'll grab one of them, because that shit's really good. Croyle, I like Croyle. PV Blaster, I like. WD-40 is an amazing cleaner, Admiral Rascal. Like, if you want to polish some shit up and you don't care if it cracks. But, like, seriously though, like, it's good, especially like on metal surfaces. If like it can, like, it acts as somewhat of a rust preventive words. Like, I've used that, like, done something, and like you start wiping paint, and you're like, well, fuck it, might as well just keep on going, because it picks up all the dust. WD Specialist, I use their contact cleaner. It looks like it almost looks like a regular can of WD-40, but the lettering is like a yellowish, neonish, yellowy, greeny thing. And that works really good. Like cleaning motor brushes, cleaning electrical connectors. If you want to clean something and not have to worry about fumes or brake clean, like, fucking you up, that works really good as a cleaner. And then at home, I have Deoxid, because I'm not carrying like a fucking, the cans are this little, like 8 ounce little cans. It was like $20. Like, that shit stays at home, but every once in a while, if I'm feeling froggy, I may go out there and be on something, but that stays home for the most part, which I got to bring it up here for the mixer. Hence the note that's on the corner of the desk. Still got get a couple things ready for Ed to show up tomorrow around noon. I assume he's still in here listening. Yeah. On time, sir. Not leave your house at noon. So that'll be around 1:30 we start the stream. As opposed to the usual, like, what do I usually start, like 2:05? And we will put his computer together, get it to the point where it boots up. And I was going to get a Windows key off of Penguin just to see if it works, because apparently Penguin is a great place to get cheap Windows keys. But instead, I am going to use my little Intel Nook. I have a little i7, i3 7th gen Intel Nook. I had it out on the game, the 4090 stream on Friday. Oh, there's Lee. Sorry. Oh shit, we missed Pussy and Piano. I'll get there. But I'm going to end up probably using that as Octoprint server. So I won't need the Windows key on it. Might still do the Penguin thing just to see if it works, but we now have 2 options for a Windows key. So, anyway, we're 5 minutes late, 6 minutes late for Pussies and Piano. We have a double shot tonight from Pianoman Rob. Let me get that pulled up. Come on. Pull up. Pull up! Oh, God! What is this? Broke? Alright, fuck it. New minimize. There we go. Alright. Rob. There it is. Alright, so let me slide on over there. We'll go get Pussies and Piano going on, and I'll see y'all in a few minutes. James Randolph, I don't use Windows anymore. Yeah, if it weren't for gaming support, I probably wouldn't either, but that's really just, that's it. Anyway, alright. Okay. Let's see, where's the play button? That's turned up, that's turned up. Alright, here we go. I'll talk to you in a minute. Ooh. There. And thank you to Pianoman Rob. Awesome music as usual. And there's Lee doing her thing of eating everybody's food. And now Ekkalar is hungry again. I'd offer to have them save you some pate, but as you know, that won't happen. Everybody's eating everybody else's. Like, they're all just... Spaz just gave up and left, which is fine, because she's the messiest one anyway. And she's just a fluffy vacuum cleaner, so... And lots of fireworks going off. Like, you know, happy 4th of July and such. Mine was pretty neat. Very hot. Today it reached 101 Fahrenheit, which is, 40 degrees, 41-ish Celsius. So, a little shit-tastic outside. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 77 degrees.
Alexa, what's the temperature in Celsius?
Right now, it's 33 degrees Celsius. Tonight, expect a low of 24 degrees.
Plus like 80-90% humidity. Just... it is just terrible outside. But everyone's blowing shit up all over the place, so the cats have been a little closer at night when I'm out there. But they tend to get used to it after the first night. But, you know, either way, it's just a bunch of shit blowing up all over the place. It seemed to go a little better as far as messy, like actually splooshing it down and not just leaving it a chunk. I guess it's stuck to the plates a little bit better. I mean, Mama's got a mess going on there, but that's also where Spaz was. Spaz just doesn't know how to eat food. Oh, yeah, I guess I may have triggered somebody else's Amazon device, as I tend to do, sometimes for one purpose. Oh, yeah, you're welcome, Henrik. I tried earlier, I said, you know, Amazon device, what is the temperature in both Celsius and Fahrenheit? And she only gave it in Celsius, so I went, I guess that's too hard. So I'll just do it twice. It's 25 indoors where Rob is right now, so that's like, see, 68 to 86. Math. It's what, like 76 Fahrenheit-ish? 75. That's not too bad, as long as you got like a fan. That's not horrible. I think your plants are enjoying it. Sounds like you need an AC more like a small wind tunnel to keep the heat. It's, the way I have, like, let's see. Now that there is less activity in the house, most of the activity, like 95% of the activity in the house right now is on the center floor. So I've been able to reconfigure the ducting to keep the upstairs a little warm. Cats love it up there. They've been sleeping upstairs because it stays about 85 degrees, between 80 and 85 degrees up there. So 29, 30 degrees Celsius. So they love that. Like, they'll come downstairs, be all warm and toasty. So that's fine, because that's just whatever. This floor stays between 72 and 75. Like, right now, it's like, I don't know. Alexa, what's the thermostat temperature?
The thermostat temperature is 77 degrees.
77 degrees, because it's 100 degrees out. Right now, this is probably running 500 watts. There's a heater in here. But I reset all the ducts, all the quackers, so that most of the airflow comes into the office to keep this shit cooled off. The rest of it, like the second feed, is into the bedroom, and then everything else is pretty much into the living room. And like whatever comes through the kitchen, because that's just kind of always warm anyway. but it's set up really good that it just works. Like, you don't have to mess with anything. Nobody's complaining one way or the other. It's just everything works really good. I just need to wear socks when I'm in here because the air conditioning is fucking cold on the floor, but the computers love it. So I got to wear socks. That's pretty much it. What's up, Penelope? How's it going? 95 in East Tennessee. Yeah, that sounds about right. It is weird. I'm north and it's like hotter here. Weather's dumb. Redneck Atheist. Yeah, I'm not going to say delete current playlist. That might actually work. Yeah, 104 is 40 degrees. It's like, I remember it's 032, 1050, 2068, 3086, 40, 104, 50, just too fucking hot to even think about anyway. So that's kind of where I'm at. I just remember that, and then I do the math in between. It works out pretty good. Or, you do the 1.8 times 1.8 plus 32 deal to do the back and forth to do the calculations. 84 in central PA, but what roughly elevation do you know, Admiral Rascals? Because I know some people in central PA that are at higher elevation and just trees. So even on a hot day, it's not as bad. I'm not saying it isn't still crappy, but sometimes it's not as bad. When my cat comes in from outside to the AC, she lays on me to steal my heat. Yeah, there's like, I got the bay window out front. That's a little furnace because I actually have insulated curtains against it, so it stays hot as shit in there. And like, I'll come in and like Tiny Mama will like walk out of the window and you can almost see like the heat waves coming off of her. Negative 40 is negative 40. That I know. Yeah, it's right at negative 40. Oh, appreciate that, Coach Seagal. That's right, you just got here. How's it going? What were you playing? I guess it was Friday night. It looked like Electrician Simulator or something. I don't know if that's what it was. I just looked at it. I was like, I feel like that's like an electrician thing. And how's your rig been doing? Has like everything been stable? Just, I know you have the 14900K. Like, has everything been stable with your setup so far? That you've noticed, I guess? Because not everybody's getting hit by that weirdness with the microcode bug that seems to be causing some of the problem. Like, some people have been butterfine on the 14th Gen i9s, but some people have, apparently it's really bad. Did you have the thunderstorms pass through earlier today? I saw like some things here and there on the map, but nothing really happened here. It just got really humid. The Bad Spellers Club. Yeah, Bad Spellers Club. You're more than welcome. Coach Skull's been busy fixing 2 iPads, a Galaxy Tab, and sorting out electronic stuff that you got from your step grandpa. That's cool. Getting some stuff done. Yeah, I got some. Last night I was down in the lab looking around, and I figured out, like, I'm going to use the same lights that I have over this. I'm going to do, because I have tile ceiling down there, I'm going to just line the tile ceiling in these bright ass LEDs. So I ordered like 150 feet of LED strip for like $60, and they're like really bright. So like, I know I'm going to be getting the ones I actually want. They're not like super spaced apart. So hopefully the lab will start getting a little bit brighter, a little bit more inviting. I can get some more stuff done down there. get the 3D printer moved out of its coffin where it is and in its own little spot. I think I have a table that will work great for it. I'm actually going to attach it to the wall so it's not like shaking around as it's doing its thing. You're at about a quarter mile up, says Admiral. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. It's good air up there. It's good air up there. I appreciate that update. Yeah, that's not too bad. I imagine is it generally pretty good up there? I really miss the storms, Mr. Phil. 1969, as it were. Like we haven't had any good storms here. It's there's been a couple rumbles you see here and there, and like every once in a while you'll see something, and like apparently like last week some like really wicked shit went through, but kind of just went zoop, like right around me. I'm like, that's fucking great. I mean, not that I want to see like yeah, like, my shit get fucked up, but I like to see some kind of a storm come through here. Good night, Lori. Happy birthday again. Oh, it's 7 o'clock, so cheers to Lori again. Happy birthday. Have a good evening at the beach. Cool. Oh, see some bands at the beach. Fucking perfect on a Saturday night. Shit, don't let me hold you back. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, what you doing here? Go fucking have a good time. That's awesome. Shit used to be able to do cool stuff like that down Ocean City before they monetized the whole fucking town. They're trying to turn it into like a resort when it's just a fucking, it's like, it's worse than a polished turd. Like it's a turd that you can still see. It's pretty turdly, but they want to treat it like it's a fucking diamond resort. Anyway. What? Game was Electrician Simulator. Okay, was a game from Twitch Prime. Wanted to check it out. It's kind of fun. That's cool. When I was looking, I was like, is he wiring up a light switch? All right, that's cool. I could see like looks like different pathways, and like maybe you're wiring up a ring. PC's running great. I have the dreaded KF, but with a bit of undervoltage, I got it running on 6 gigahertz on Cinebench with temps just under 92. That's fucking good because like generally speaking, you'll never see as much work as Cinebench is going to do. So if it's stable under Cinebench, that's fucking great. That's 6 gigahertz is good. Good. That's good to hear. I said you should be fine, man. What motherboard did you have again? I don't remember what you got. But either way, if you're going in undervolted, it doesn't really matter because that's what's pretty much killing them anyway. Yeah, top of the hour toot. I did a toast, so yeah, top of the hour toot. Yeah, Prime. I keep forgetting to like. I need to check out Prime Gaming more often because you get a bunch of like free games and shit. I just always. That's one of those things. There's like various like Verizon. Like I have FiOS on my phone through. Like they have like this thing where you can go and check for like 3 tickets to concerts, free this, free that, and I'm like, I never fucking remember to check that. Oh, you got the Mag Tomahawk. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's I think that's the same one Jeremy got. Yeah, that's a great motherboard. Yeah, the Tomahawks are a good line. MSI was one of the first ones to adjust their BIOSes as well and actually be a little more clear as to what's going on as if you're going to use the Intel baseline, their performance baseline, whereas Asus just tried to cover that shit up because they're just douchebags. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Don't tell me you moved from Orange County, Florida to Orange County, California, Rifleman. Is that what happened? That would be pretty good. At least you don't have to. You can wear all the same, like, you know, county shirts. Orange County, pretty much, yeah. See you later, Graham Shaw. Have a good evening. You have the cheap tomahawk. Just like find it outside when you're like digging in the dirt there, C2S. Celtic Engine. Keep an eye on Gaming on Linux and Proton DB for the latest news. Gaming on Linux has an RSS feed to make it easier. All right. RSS. I gotta figure it out. RSS. Gaming on Linux. All right. And I do like quote game on Linux a little bit. I use Steam on Linux on my Chromebook Plus because that supports most of the Linux games that Steam offers. Gaming on Linux. All right. Back to the corner. Word. Yeah, actually, we have like county shirts, like woo Baltimore County, but most of it's like woo Maryland, and then it'll have like Baltimore County or Baltimore, Maryland, shit like that on it. And now with the bridge collapse thing, it's even you're starting to see a little bit more. It was weird. They ordered at work. They ordered new like work T-shirts, like not like uniforms, but like, you know, just regular T-shirts that some guys wear. And they had the thing on it says Baltimore, and it actually has like the bridge on it that got knocked over. It's like, oh, well, I mean, it kind of works out as a tribute as well, even though we weren't really planning for that. Yeah, mostly lately it's been all about like you get Maryland like the Maryland flag design thing like on everything. I'm like, that's cool, whatever. What's up, Bryce? Did we plan those before or after? It was planned before. Those were ordered, I believe, in January. How are you? Yeah, still haven't worn mine. I just keep forgetting to bring them in. A bit different than the one you build. Mine has two antennas directly into the motherboard. Oh, not the one with it. Oh no, that's right. I think his was the Tomahawk Max, which is a little different. That's right. I think his was the Max version, which is that like really the biggest difference? I don't know. Maybe it's got a couple extra USB ports. Oh shit. Cat's left. Sorry. I'm so busy like going through chat, I forgot to look over there. Thank you for that. Shit, who sent that? Where'd that go? Oh, Chicago Ted, thank you. At Kalar, I don't like Steam with other bullshit services running to do whatever. Yeah, I'd love to just be able to like pop a CD in and play games, but that doesn't happen. Does anybody even sell physical games anymore? Is it all just Steam codes or Epic codes or whatever? Chicago Ted, my brief 8 months living in Baltimore showed me that the crab is everything on Maryland. You're goddamn right it is. That's one of the tastiest motherfucking things we got in Maryland, too. I don't think I actually have any crab stuff in here, but I got Old Bay in there and various crab things about. But yeah, no, we're all about the crab here. Like, you can't fuck with our blue crabs. I've talked about that before. Like, when I go out of state and I order Maryland-style crab cakes, and I always eat free because when it comes out as some bullshit with like a little bit of fucking back fin meat and a whole bunch of bullshit filler, then I can taste the fish. And I'm just like, nah, this is bullshit. And they're like, oh, well, no, this is actually, and I'll just fucking show them my license. And they go, oh, I'm sorry, sir, here's your refund. It happened every fucking time. Like, it's almost to the point where I don't want to like, I'm not trying to exploit it. Like, I don't want to try and exploit it. Because if I can find someone that would actually make a Maryland-style crab cake with lump fucking crab meat in it, and barely enough binder in it to even hold it together, that's how you make a motherfucking crab cake. Not this bullshit that everyone else is just like, stuffing, sprinkled crab meat, fishy, yeah, Maryland style. Now get the fuck out of here. Sony announced that they have stopped making physical media, says Franco Walker. Wow, that's... I mean, yeah, I don't know that does anybody really buy much of it anymore. Everything you get nowadays is fucking vintage. Oh, man. Econ Cat's having a good time there. All about that claw. Yeah, I mean, he's all about the crab life too, so I mean, that makes sense. No, I don't have crabs. I don't require a small comb at current moment. But yes, come to Baltimore, we have crabs. That is kind of our thing. Yeah. Yeah, blue crab season is kicking in. Pretty soon here, I'll go find some place to eat way too many fucking crabs. No, I'm just kidding. Like, generally speaking, when I go eat crabs, I usually eat 3 to 4 dozen mediums. Or I'll get like 2 to 3 dozen like large crabs or a couple dozen jump. Like, that's just spend way too much goddamn money. Like, you really should get a discount when you're eating in Maryland for crabs because you're in Maryland. Like, it's, I'm not saying that restaurants shouldn't make money, but there should be some like government like thing that when you buy crabs, like the state government automatically covers 50% of the bill because we are Marylanders. We live in Maryland. Therefore, we should have the right to have discounted crab meals. I should run for governor. Franco is tired. Have a good one, Franco. Good evening and a good sleepy. It was about the Japanese government still requiring stuff to be supplied on 1.4 megabyte floppies. Dear God. Yeah. Stalker says too many weak ass crab cakes in Baltimore as well. Yeah, like there are some places that aren't great, but like Super Subs crab cake, like that motherfucking thing, like when you bite into it, I get them broiled, which is better than getting them like deep fried, in my opinion. Like that's one of the things you'll go back and forth. The more classic way in Maryland is a broiled crab cake. But yeah, there's really not much holding it together. When you eat, it is fucking gigantic hunks of crab meat in that fucking thing. That's why I get one, like almost one a week from them. Like I said up before, you know, that and my club sandwich that I've been getting a lot lately. I'll probably go grab or go back to the crab salad or chicken salad sub, probably the next time I order, which will probably be tomorrow while we're dealing with getting Ed's computer set up. The Zerks and Stray are crabs 4 million years in the future. They were what killed all the humans. Yes. Those pink little assholes. The sandwich stream? Oh yeah, this is the adapter stream just because I'm get that cable back. You can kind of see that chunky ass adapter in the thumbnail. I ain't no crabber. No, I've gone crabbing before. Like, gone crabbing when I was a kid, as an adult. Like, all through my life, I've known various crabbers. And I've actually gone crabbing and caught crabs and steamed my own crabs that I've caught. Seafood ain't Jacques Attack's thing. Why this CD could change storage? Is that the one where they're saying it's like hold like a billion fucking 20 gigabytes on a new disc? That'd be alright. Yeah, I was reading about that. Phew, there, Coach Seagal. Pardon me. Sweet dreams of kittens, says Penelope for Franco. How are you, Penelope? Hello, Chris. I don't think I've said hey to you yet. You heard it. He admitted to catching crab. Well, yeah, the big ones. You don't need a comb for those. You just pick them up. You just pick them right out of there. And you throw them in the pot. And then you smoke some pot. I'm all about shrimp. I mostly, as far as feast, I'm
Pickle Rick!
So as far as seafood goes, I generally eat shrimp, either baked, like deep fry, the shit you get in the frozen food section, like CPAC or whatever. I'll get those and I'll cook them in the air fryer. Steamed shrimp every once in a while, especially if somebody else buys it. And then crabs. I get crabs when I can. I haven't actually gone out and had crabs in a couple years, steamed crabs, but I'll get there. I shall get there. I would like to go get some crabs this year somewhere. Regular crab cakes keep your mercury levels just right. There you go. You got to get that. You do got to get some of that mercury in there. And I've eaten so much crab meat once that I kind of wondered if I felt so fucked up, it's because I was getting like high mercury levels or something weird. Now I don't really do lobsters. I mean, lobsters are okay, but just it's. I guess growing up on blue crab, it's just what tastes better to me. Every year I try to get crabs in July or August. You gotta have goals, A string on a chicken bone, when you feel them bite, just haul them up. They don't let go. Yeah, crabs usually just hold on for dear life, so you can just kind of pick them up. I've done that before as well. Pretty much that exact thing, yeah. I was doing it with an alligator in Florida once, but I couldn't get him close enough to the shore for me to jump on him, because, I don't know, he was only like 3 feet long. I figured if he got close enough, I could jump on him and, like, get a picture of me holding up an alligator like a fucking idiot, but I couldn't get him close enough. Get a crab pot, bro. I know someone that does go fishing a lot in the mornings, but I don't know that he does crabbing maybe on the weekends. Actually, no, I used to actually hang out with one of the tugboats that I believe helped assist with some of the recovery efforts and such with the bridge collapse. I believe he helped out. He runs a tugboat down in there. You don't really do squid, Jack Attack. That's too many. It's like rubber bands. I've never found squid that didn't taste like rubber bands. They're like, oh, I do this and this and do this, and you deep fry it. It's like, yeah, it's like tempura on a fucking rubber band. Penelope Meow is deathly allergic to shellfish. You have a protein intolerance to most fish. Oh, that sucks. That's no good for a meow. Yeah, you gotta watch that. They put a lot of like fish stuff in food, like especially like seems like cheaper food. You get a lot of fish things. Maybe is that still a thing? The best crabbing is on the inland waterways around the bridge footings in Florida. Yeah, around here, it's mostly just the lower stuff. A lot in the harbor, around the piers. Where there's different drops, changes in elevations. Like all them guys got their runs, and you'll just see a bunch of little floaties around. You have about a 30-second window with squid. Undercooked, rubber. Overcooked, rubber. Says E-Fault. Is that? Yeah, I guess I haven't found anybody that's sorted that one out then yet. Is seafood super cheap? Asks for me, asks C2S. Not necessarily. Like, really anything we're getting cheaper than other places would be the blue crabs, because we just get them like the both places I go, they get their crabs about 2 miles down the road. So blue crabs and steamed crabs are much cheaper. Crab cakes are going to be a little cheaper here. quality crab cakes are going to be a little cheaper here, but everything else is probably similar to other places across the country as far as like shrimp and like snow crab legs, shit like that. It's probably about the same. Anybody outside of Maryland is definitely going to be paying more for Maryland blue crab just because then you got to process and ship it, that kind of thing. So, what's up, someone? How are you? James Randolph, my brother was never allergic to shrimp till he hit about 40. Then bang. No shit. That's, I especially have to watch the Asian ingredients, says Penelope. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? So he had an allergic reaction to shrimp after he got older. That's interesting. I mean, I've heard of that happening. Like, I'm immune to poison ivy. I've been my entire life, but they've always said at some point it may just stop working. So, guess we'll see how that goes. But so far, every time I go out in the woods, I don't really pay attention to what I walk through. I just do it, and I haven't gotten anything weird. Oh, 420. I'm gonna do the berrylicious again because it's just fucking delicious. So, cheers, happy 420. What the fuck are those tiny octopus that posh hotels have in the salad? Calamar. Oh, I know. There's those little white, little weird things. Are those just baby squid? Yeah, I don't actually know. Does somebody know what those things are? Are those just tiny squid? Or like, are they like squid babies or something weird? They're baby octopus, this calamari, just tiny calamari. That's a little rough. Babies. Well, I mean, I don't know. I eat veal, so. My grandmother said she could get poison ivy by looking at it. Says C2S. Yeah, I grew up with a kid who was severely fucking allergic to it. He got a little bit on his finger, and his whole hand was literally the size of a softball. And I know that because we grabbed a softball and we went, "Holy shit! That we're not kidding." But I've always been perfect. Like it just doesn't work. Am I fond of cashews? I do eat cashews. And weren't we just talking about that last night in fucking movie night? Was it cashews? Are those the ones you gotta cook them right or they're poisonous? Is that cashews? Asma was talking about that. Cashews or pistachio? Pistachios for the fucking win. It's just a shame that nowadays a pistachio costs like $5 a piece. God, those fucking things are so expensive. Like, I'll get them every once in a while when they're on sale. But I remember, like, when I was building theaters, I'd go into Myers. Like, it's kind of like the Walmart of, like, the Midwest, middle of the country out. But you could go into Myers, and there would be a 4-foot, like a 40 by 48 inch pallet, like a regular size pallet, cardboard box that was like 3 feet tall, and it was just nothing but pistachios with a huge scoop and a giant bag, and you could get them for like $1.99 a pound. Like, I would go in all the time and just fill those fucking bags up and just eat them. But now, as opposed to a fucking basketball sized bag costing you like $5, you get a fucking thing about this thick and this big for like $6 for fucking pistachios. Because, like, there was a thing that happened like 15 years ago when the prices just never went back down because they never fucking do. I fucking love pistachio. That's another one of those things. If I'm like, those are free? Oh, you buy, oh, let me get as many of them motherfuckers as I can. Or if I find them on like a really good sale. Ugh. A lot of cashew consumption can affect your resistance to poison ivy. What? Oh, a lot of cashews can affect your resistance to poison ivy and poison oak. Yeah, I don't really eat a lot of cashews, but like I like them. So I don't think it's like that. And growing up, I definitely didn't eat cashews because the only fucking peanuts I ate when I was growing up were just regular motherfucking like Planters peanuts. I always thought everything else was just weird. Until I finally just one day decided to just eat some goddamn walnuts because my grandfather ate walnuts. So I was like, fine. Well, actually, these little brain ball sack looking things are fucking delicious. And then I started eating other stuff, but that was, I guess around teenager time. And like Sean had his big hand thing when we were like 10. Yeah, just regular salted peanuts. I still get I haven't actually gotten a thing of peanuts in a while. You know what? One of those things like you just kind of every once in a while you just forget you eat something. And then like you eventually you're like, I know I'm not the only one. Like you just kind of forget when you go, hey, you know, I haven't had that in a while. Let me go put that on the list. Like I haven't gotten like a little thing of peanuts in a while. Let me get some fucking peanuts next time I'm at the store. Oh, I need pickles while I'm at it too. Yeah, let me check that. Just ate my last pickle today. Coach Gaggle says pistachios are so delicious. Saturday at the market, they are burning them fresh. So delicious when they're still warm. Oh, I fucking imagine so. Goddamn. Like, are they ridiculously priced over over in the Oceano? Like, wait, no, wait, what? No, no, that's not it. That's not right. No, are they? Is that right? God, I really need to figure out my geography a little bit better one of these days. I only recently learned that Oceania was like Australia and the surrounding islands and things over there. I went, oh, okay. Isn't all octopus calamari though? Just some fancy marketing term? I don't know. I thought some of it was actually squid. Dances with aardvarks. I always thought calamari was rings of squid, deep fried in batter. Kind of looks like an onion ring, chews like an old tire. That's pretty much everything I've ever had there, Dances with aardvarks. Oceania? There's an Oceania. Like Oceania? Have I been saying that wrong? See, that's how like fresh to this term I am. Like I've never realized that that was like a regional term over there until fucking Gray Zone Warfare. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that like they just like drop a server in the middle Pacific? Oceania. Okay, okay, so it is. It's Oceania. Okay, sorry, I'm working on it. I'm learning, and I'm high, so that helps as well. Oh, Suzanne. Oh, hold on.
Oh, Susanna, what would you got for me?
Sorry. Fold the book around the match and pull away. I used to do that all the time. Try not to strike the lit. Whoa, try to, what the fuck? No, try to strike like stick matches. Oh, okay. Nigel Wright. I work in the nut roasting, or in a nut roasting factory in the UK. Most of our almonds come from California. That's cool. That's interesting when you find in different parts of the world where different things like, obviously, from what I understand, the UK has to import, I guess, a large percentage of its food. So it is neat to see, like, where they get it from. Like, I guess California has more than, say, somewhere in Europe. I guess it's probably a climate thing. Europe's considered a little bit more northy. All that, it's the size of, like, my state, roughly. That's not quite that bad. Just kidding. Calm down, biscuit heads. I don't know where the hell pistachios come from. I'm guessing like fucking Dubai, as much as they fucking cost nowadays. Default, going for a stoned hike with my dog. We'll tune in on the phone after the drive. Take it easy. Well, have a good walkie with your doggy. Give him a scritchy scratcher for me, if you would, please. Right behind the ear, if they're good with that. That's generally where I go for with dogs. And actually, Ronnie's really good for behind the ear. He's like, usually a lot of times he'll get that twitch in his paw. Done. Well, thank you. Jonathan Hughes, we lost a lot of fruit and nut trees. That is the reason why pistachios are so expensive. California produces about 99%. Oh, it's California that has 99% of the United States pistachios. I did not know that, Jonathan. Thank you. Yeah, California's been having a little bit rough with fires and smoke and climate weird shit and fucking, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. I always heard that they had recovered, but I guess not. But that may have been a different bad luck run, 20 years ago. They're native to Iran, but they're grown everywhere. Yeah, okay. Pistachios weren't originally grown mostly in Iran, and then because of problems we had with Iran, California took over, says Rifleman. Oh, okay. All right. So we're paying $500 for 5 pistachios for political reasons. All right, good. That makes sense. Horavac, I specifically tried to buy European almonds because they're regional and because they're using tons of water in dry California. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I feel like I've heard something about water and Nizuts in California. Pistachios are from our says Horavac. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. Well, at least something good comes out of Iran.
I'm Pickle Rick!
Nah, the people of Iran aren't necessarily the problem. It's always a government thing. Legumes. Yeah, God. Fucking legumes. Fucking legumes. Would you rather understand nuclear physics or be 40% more attractive to women? I would rather understand nuclear physics. I'd be just fine with that. Because 40% of not a lot isn't really much of a gain, so I'll just go with the intelligence on that one. Pistachios, pomegranates, and I believe apples are originally from Persia, Iran area, says Horavac. I think you're right about the apples as well. No idea about pomegranates. But that may be something that kind of naturally progressed without our dumbasses fucking it up too. So different variations of like apple. I'm saying because some people are saying different things. I don't know, but yeah, I don't really know how that works out. I just know that every banana weed is a fucking, what is it? Are they Cavendish now, or Cavendish? Or is that what they are now? It's like all the same goddamn bananas. So like, I think we actually know we talked about that a few weeks ago. I think all the bananas are the same. Cavendish. There you go. Thank you. I feel like I've heard that because of that latest virus thing that went around a couple years ago, or might still be making its rounds, that they actually have another banana like in the wings, quote unquote, waiting. Apparently is about the same flavor. But apparently Cavendish is way different flavored. Like apparently Cavendish, when people say banana flavor doesn't taste like banana flavor, it's because Cavendish, like banana flavor was based on like the previous banana, which was like sweeter or something like that. Apparently the Cavendish aren't quite as sweet, even if you let them properly ripen and start to turn a little bit brown, because that's how you do it. Which I do think it's funny. I think I've said this once before a long time ago. Actually, like and there was a comedian that said it somewhere, I forget who it was, and it like really like sent it home, and I thought, and it just made me laugh, like how there's people that will absolutely refuse to eat a banana if it has the slightest bit of brown on it. I'm not saying yellow. Yellow's obviously fine. Green is bad. But brown, like it could have like the tiniest brown dot on it, and they will not eat that. They will not put that in their mouth. But then later that night, their fucking partner's dick is fucking balls deep in that motherfucker after a hard day's work, or their partner's fucking clitty clooty clotty's like, but they won't put a fucking banana with a brown dot in their fucking mouth. Like, I think that's fucking fabulous when you think about that. Yeah, about a 50-50 is like, it's time to eat it. I usually go about, yeah, Hoktua. Yeah, exactly. A Hoktua. Like, they fucking won't eat a banana, but they're all on that Hoktua shit. Fucking love that shit. It's amazing internal standards when you actually put them out in front of people and they go, well, I mean, well, that's different. Be like, how? explain this level of difference. And I'll tell you what, I have learned from past people in life that if you're going to make a fucking banana bread, if you're going to make banana bread or like a banana based thing, you let that motherfucker get pretty much black before you freeze it and then thaw it and put it right into your banana mix. Like, you don't take no, like, if there's even the slightest hint of green on that thing, that is days away from being able to be used in anything banana fucking based. It's like making banana bread. They should pour out pretty much, like, they should pretty much be liquefied, almost liquefied when you make banana bread. Green bananas are bitter. Yeah, Chris, they are bitter. They almost got it. There's almost a weird resistance, almost a chewy kind of pushback weird thing with them. Just definitely not a good thing. Star apple is nice in Southeast Asia, says Rob, the Pianoman. I've heard of a star apple. I don't know that I've seen that. I don't know if that's exclusive or if we've got that, but I know I've heard of that. Chicago Ted, oh yeah, you gotta let those bananas get black and soggy first, then freeze the concentrate into the flavor for the banana bread. Yeah, I did learn that. Not that I make banana bread, but I do know if you're going to make it, that's how the banana should be. Like, it shouldn't be that same as that motherfucker you pull out to eat at lunch, which should have some brown spots on it anyway. But yeah, it should no longer be self-supporting. It's called an Asian. Oh, an Asian pear. I think I've seen an Asian pear Asmo. Thank you for that. That may be where I've seen that. I may have seen it like Asian pear / star apple or something like I've been to some stores that'll have that, like Mom, like My Organic Market Moms. I used to have to fucking go to that place, but they would put, if it was multiple names, they would kind of do that. They'd put a slash in there. That may have been where I saw it too. It was probably a Mom. Dances with Aardvarks likes banana sliced in the corn flakes. I've tried that a couple times. It's alright. I'd rather just eat the banana. I've tried banana with peanut butter. God damn, I should have brushed my beard a little goddamn bit after I took a shower. Just kind of forgot. Sorry. I've tried banana and peanut butter. Not really a great thing. Like, I'll either like bananas or like banana bread or banana pie. Some banana stuff, and I'm not real big on taking like a banana that you would eat for lunch and like mixing that with too much stuff. Maybe ice cream, like a banana split, usually okay. But at that point, there's so much sugar and other shit on there, you can hardly taste the banana. And at this point, I wouldn't actually eat a banana split because that's just way too much fucking sugar for me. I've tried bananas dipped in chocolate, like in Magic Shell. That's actually pretty good. It's like coleslaw, you know, not something I'd look for, but if it's there, I'll eat it. Yeah, like that's pretty good. That's my coleslaw thing. Ethylene is given off by many fruits as they ripen. It's bad to have around orchids, says Rob. Yeah, I've heard about that. Mixing certain fruits and vegetables can make other ones rot much quicker. Plantains baked in brown sugar sauce is fantastic. I haven't tried that, Rifleman. I see plantains pop up in the stores every once in a while. Cooking bananas is lush in Southeast Asia. Well, how do you cook them? Like, what's the proper way to cook a banana? You just fry that motherfucker, or you batter it, or um, did you just drop that bitch in a deep fryer? What do you got there, Pianoman? How do you cook a banana besides the American way of just fucking deep frying the shit out of it? Because I mean, if we'll do that with fucking ice cream, we'll do that with anything, and we have Jack absolutely done that with everything. Barbecue banana, yeah, that's pretty much it. Banana and bacon, I know that exists. They're special cooking bananas, not edible raw. Okay, possibility. Is like a plantain, like do you actually have to cook plantains? Strawberry banana milkshake with bourbon, says Redneck Atheist. I mean, I'd probably give it a shot. I don't like drink anymore, but it doesn't mean like I'm not going to drink alcohol. I just don't drink alcohol. Just kind of stopped, switched over to pot. Helps my back a lot more than fucking alcohol did. I'll tell you goddamn what. Plantain bananas are cooking bananas. Okay. All right. I did not know that. No idea. Glad I never tried to just like fucking eat one. James Randolph, the monsters at our local ice cream store were selling banana splits with no banana or even banana flavor. What the fuck? Where do they get the word banana from? Just off the wall? That's some bullshit there. That's some like Frankenstein pitchforks and fucking fire like rocking going on there. That's some bullshit. God. How you gonna do some bullshit like that? Deep fried butter. Yes, fucking sir, Mr. Phil. We have deep fried butter sticks. Yeehaw. Oh, boy. Bananas Foster. Why have I heard, what is Bananas Foster, Chicago, Ted? Easy on the brown sugar. I don't know what Bananas Foster. Aldi has freeze-dried bananas dipped in dark chocolate. That sounds pretty fucking good. Is it like chips there, Ted? Like, that actually sounds pretty good. Like, I've had deep fried bananas, like in like, you know, like various trail mix stuff, and they're good. They're fine. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Most trail mixes I do enjoy, just whatever the fuck you put in them. Especially if you're going to be like some like high-end fucking flute and shit. And every once in a while you get some with some nice cranberries in that motherfucker. Whoop whoop. Give me a whoop whoop for them cranberries. I fucking love cranberries and trail mix. Like my perfect trail mix like would be like little tiny pretzels, little tiny cheese. Like you take your typical trail mix, whatever like bar mix thing. A little bit of pretzels, a little bit of like tiny Cheez-It things, some peanuts, some fucking freeze-dried bananas, some like freeze-dried fruit like mangoes, strawberries, dark chocolate chips, because that's how we fucking roll here. Something involving peanut butter, like maybe like little things of like peanut butter and Rice Krispie treats in there or something. Like, I don't know. Like, that'd be fucking great. I've made various instances of what I just spoke of Banana Foster is a plantain. Oh, okay. Melted lemon butter. Sounds like something I'd smoke, Asmo. We collectively know all kinds of arcane and weird stuff, says Horovac. I like this hive mind thing. Yeah, it's fun to be around people that we all know this weird shit, and we're all like, oh yeah, that's pretty normal, and everyone else around is like, everyone on the outside is like, how the fuck did they know that shit? And we're just, oh, just do. Bananas foster, isn't that when a banana is born to one family and ends up living with another, says Mr. Phil. I believe so. I believe that is one version of it. Capacitance is futile. Hey, I think I'm out of tea. Ooh, am I out of tea? Uh-oh. Basically out of tea. Down to water. People still occasionally find a tarantula or a bird-eating spider in a bunch of banana shopping. Yeah, I've heard of that still happening. I have a feeling that's why at most grocery stores at this point, like, they spread that shit out instead of like just putting the boxes down. Like, they'll have that shit way spread out, I think, because they're making sure like nobody finds anything and like loses their mind. James Randolph, banana pudding with vanilla wafers. I've had that a couple times. It's not bad as long, like, for me, as long as the banana pudding's like really smooth. Like, some people make it kind of chunky. I'm not real big of the chunky banana pudding, but like a really fucking smooth banana pudding with vanilla wafers is good. I haven't actually had vanilla wafers in a while, but that's basically just puffed sugar that's fucking amazingly delicious. The problem is, it's not like I can get them and just, oh, I'll just eat a couple here, a couple there. Because one, the whole time I'm going to be like, they're going to go stale. They're going to go stale. Because they go stale pretty quick. And like, I'm going to get stoned and eat half a fucking bag. And like, I'm actually doing pretty good with my sugar and my weight and shit right now. So, like, I checked the scale. I'm still at 199. So it's not like I'm falling off weight. So I'm not dying. So that's probably good, I guess. What? Water. What? While. Cool whip. Beagle Deagle, Drooper, and Snort. What the fuck dances with the aardvarks? Like, can I have some of what you're smoking? I don't remember where I saw that. Somewhere in Asia, says Horovac. A kind of omelet with roasted banana and some kind of syrup on it, like a street food. I'd like to try that. Yeah, any street food, like, I'm usually down for street food as long as I can look like, I want it to be dirty, but like stained dirty, not like funky, hasn't been scrubbed in a while dirty, like seasoned dirty as opposed to clean, like cleanliness dirty, because then you know you got something good. And generally speaking, anything street food is just going to be full of fucking flavor. Hopefully it's one that you enjoy, but most of the time you do. There's Lockwatcher in the pancake talk. Probably actually going to make pancakes after this stream, as I have no, I would normally have a little bit of leftovers from ordering food earlier today, but I ordered food yesterday and I ate all of it because I was just a hungry fucking scruffy. So now I have no leftovers, so I'm probably going to make some thick ass pancake. When I make my pancakes, like, it's almost like I'm literally making a cake in a pan. They usually come out to be 3/4 of an inch, 19 millimeters, you know, like real fucking thick homies. And I also purposely use like the small, is that a salt? What is the small frying pan? Like, I know there's a specific purpose for a small frying pan that's roughly what, 7 or 8 inches in diameter, so, you know, 70, 80 millimeters. Is that a saute pan, or is a saute pan one of the bigger ones? Because, like, you know, you got like the regular like 10-inch skillet, 12-inch skillet, and then you got like the square ones and then like the flat ones. But I thought the shorter ones. I didn't know if that was a specific thing in the cooking world or if it was, I just call it like the tiny pan. It might be a saute pan. I feel like that the little ones are the saute pan. Hit the bachelor's pan, yeah, that. Well, I don't know. When I'm making like sausage and eggs, I need the big pan because I make my eggs sunny side over or medium or whatever. Once got nectarine from a street seller in Bosnia, says Chris. Best nectarine I ever had. I've never had, no, that I've had straight up nectarine. Penelope Meow, my dad smuggled back fresh pineapple from Hawaii in the 70s a few times. Fuck yes. That had to have been absolutely delicious. A crepe pan, possibly. Mouse pan. Not a moose pan. And today's show, the way to make it is a chocolate at the mousse. First you get the mousse, and then you put on the chocolate on the mousse. Sorry. Swedish chef. They're all frying pan. Yeah, just big pan, little pan. I think it's a saute pan. But I actually don't use that one that much. But I've been using it a little more lately. Because instead of, like how some of you know, I usually have potato skins for breakfast on the weekend because that's one of the few things my stomach can handle. But lately I've been having a lot of scrambled eggs with fucking salsa and toast for breakfast. And I've been able to eat more breakfast because of it. And like, it's been like a really good day. But then I fucking ran out and I don't have any. So I'm like, oh. And I was like, well, hey, I can walk up the store and get some. And I went, hey, it's 100 degrees out. I'm not going to do that, so I don't know what the hell I'm going to eat tomorrow. But I got to get up kind of early. Make sure everything's ready to rock and roll for tomorrow's stream, which will be about 1:30 Eastern. Like my Gray Zone streams usually start at 2, but I'm going to start at a pinch earlier. Get his build sorted out. We'll basically do what we did with most of our builds. We'll stream till we get a post. That means we're good to go, and then we'll go ahead and, my car has my car has AC, but that involves, like, dealing with that. I just didn't feel like it there, Jonathan. Just was not having it. And actually, anything I have to drive is my work van, which would be fine. All I gotta do is text my boss, but I'm taking the van out. I just didn't feel like dealing with it. Like, I'm fine. I'll find something to eat, I assure you. And it'll probably involve pancakes. Like, I may just do my, what I do is you get, like, the complete mix, pancake mix, that has, like, basically it's the add water mix. Whereas the other stuff you get, you have, the flour, and then you add egg and oil and water and sometimes milk. Well, I'll get the complete mix. I'll use half milk, a little bit of water, then I'll add eggs. Like, usually, depending on how much I'll go, I'll usually add an egg or two, and then some oil, and then I'll make muffins. That usually works pretty good for the muffins, I'm finding. They're not quite as dense. The oil and the egg help fluff them out a little bit. But you add all the extra stuff that you would normally add to pancake mix. You add it to the complete pancake mix, and it helps fluff it up, it seems, a little bit more. I feel like the microphone could... Alright, that's a little better. I need AC for my motorbike. Yeah, well, well, I don't know that I've seen a motorcycle with air conditioning, but I've seen, like, some of the bigger cruiser, like, big, like, dresser, I guess you would call them, have, like, heat in them. I don't know that you would try to do anything air conditioned wise in a motorcycle, although I'm sure someone has tried. Good night, Chris. Have a groovy evening and a good rest of your weekend. Rifleman, the banana squash is 3 to 6 pounds, and groceries don't stock it and lie to you that you mean something else when you don't. The banana squash. That is a big fucking squash. That bitch is about that big. The ones I've seen. Actually, yeah, maybe a little bigger. Yeah, they're pretty fucking big. Buttermilk pancakes are goddamn delicious, Penelope Meow. You know what the fuck's up. You know what's up. I love a good buttermilk pancake, but even then, I'd love to put a little bit of chocolate chip on there. Still wouldn't put syrup on it. Just too much sugar. Too much sugar. Although I gotta tell you, I always put way too many chocolate chips in my fucking pancakes, and then I just like feel like I'm eating too much sugar. I'm gonna try to keep that in mind tonight, and not put so much goddamn chocolate in there. So it's more of a pancake and less of just a disc of dark chocolate, which definitely nothing wrong with a disc of dark chocolate. Not saying that at all, but not all the time. Blueberries. Blueberries are good. I like blueberry pancakes. Sometimes I will eat blueberries by themselves, but it's usually in conjunction with something else. Although I have eaten, I don't know if this is weird or not, but I've eaten a peanut butter and blueberry sandwich where, like, I put a shitload of peanut butter on and kind of roughly made a little fucking wall around the edge and then poured just a bunch of blueberries on it and then stuck the sandwich on there and just squished them into the peanut butter and ate a bunch of blueberries with peanut butter, like, holding them in. That was pretty fucking good. It's weird, but it was good. The end of the aardvark says, yes, that is weird. Okay, that's fine. Well, it's a weird sandwich and it tastes good if you really like blueberries. That's all I'm saying. I made a Peltier cooled plant pot recently, says Rob. That's not bad. I got a pelt downstairs. I think it's, for some reason, I think it's 80 watts, but I feel like that's huge. I don't remember. It's like, I think it's 2 inches by 2 inches or something. Never got this peanut butter thing. You don't like peanut butter, Jacques Attack. Well, good. If you ever give me your address so I can ship you your glass, I'll include a bunch of peanut butter for you. I like peanut butter. I know this is probably sort of weird, sort of not weird. I don't know, but I generally would keep my peanut butter just on the shelf. But lately, I've been putting it in the fridge because I've been kind of enjoying it a little bit thicker. And it obviously doesn't separate like it does on the shelf. But I've been doing that a lot for my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I've actually been enjoying it more as well. But I love cooking peanut butter. I just get the sugar-free stuff from Jif. It's got the kind of sky blue lid. Tastes good. Love it. And what you do... Oh, God. Well, you know, it is getting close-ish to the end of this. Do you want to see... I don't know if I've shown you this yet or not, or if it was on a Cooking with Scruff or short or something. But you want to see the proper way to use peanut butter for dessert. Let me show you something here. And then I'm going to end up going to make fucking pancakes anyway. All right, give me a minute. I'm going to go get something too. This is like a Cooking with Scruff bonus here. So give me like one moment. Let me show you some shit. All right. If you're a regular, you should expect this. We always talk about food. All right. This is one of my favorite ways to have a dessert. So these are the fucking ones I talk about I eat all the time. Like, I'll just eat like a handful of these. Like, I fucking love them. Once you get them open. Oh, there we go. So one of my favorite, like, for me, since I don't do a lot of sugar and such anymore, like, this is the peanut butter I get. No sugar. It has peanuts and responsibly sourced palm oil, like the was it RSO or something like that? And like a pinch of salt. So what you do, you remove the lid. You take your lid. You fill it with chips. You know, how many chips depends on how much dessert you want. Then you take your knife and you get a good blob of peanut butter on there. And then you just dip. And now you have that. Love it. It's easy. It's quick. Great flavor, obviously. And you don't have to cook anything. So, yeah, that's definitely some Stoner 101 stuff there, C2S. Tits in a tin, says Ed. All right. Remember, Ed, noon, sharp. Or early. Looks good, looks good. Oh, absolutely part of it, balanced diet. Yeah, we're just got to add some stuff to the other side of the scale as well. But yeah, that's and just dip and flip. So, sorry, I had to take another bite. It's fucking great. So that's a tip from your Uncle Scruff. Round table. Yeah, RSPO. That's it. Thank you, Mr. Quill. Here we go. Start a poll. Peanut butter. Crunchy. There we go. Here's the controversy of the channel. Crunchy, creamy. Like, is there any other? Like, there's really no other thing. Like, there's things you can put in there, but really, I mean, that's it. Boom. Peanut butter, creamy, crunchy. Let me know. What's up? Important business. I prefer creamy. I will take crunchy in certain recipes and like if I know it's coming. But I've always been a creamy peanut butter guy. I don't know why. Like I will eat peanuts. I will eat peanut. Like I will sit there and sometimes just eat peanut butter. Like, you know, fat kid with Doritos. Salty peanut butter or not? Well, that's there's a lot of options with that now. How much salt? No sugar, a little bit of sugar. Not really, not too many options for that. But creamy versus crunchy, that started wars in the past. Chicago Ted likes it crunchy. Give me that crunch. This has just a pinch of salt in it. You can kind of taste it, but I'm real like I'd be fine going to one of them like fancy stores, which I know that shit's expensive, which is why I don't do it. That's so I like this, but like at Mom, you could actually just dump a whole bunch of fucking nuts into something and just grind like raw peanut butter out of it. That shit's great because there's nothing added to it. I would love to eat that stuff, but I'll. This is as close as you can get to that. And it comes prepackaged, so I'm just kind of rocking with that. There was no disgusting option, says Andy P. Oh, come on. Well, that's a pretty good split, creamy versus crunchy. Come on, Andy. Actually, when I get ice cream, I usually get it with peanut butter. Because usually at this point, the only time I get ice cream is I'm getting it for milkshakes. Since I got the fruit blend thing, I'll make milkshakes with it, which is really difficult because it's really not meant for making milkshakes. Like a milk blender would have slightly different blades. Like the blades would be a little more curved for more mixing as opposed to just pulverizing. So it's kind of difficult to make a shake in there that's not a little bit runny. But I usually get the vanilla with peanut butter and chocolate swirl through it. I'll put that in there, put some actual peanut butter in there with it, bunch of chocolate chips, some dark chocolate powder, a little bit of milk, and try to blend it, and then add a little bit more milk. Try to blend it a little bit, and then until I can get it to finally actually like blend up. Great, now I got all this stuff I gotta eat. Now I gotta eat all these chocolate chips because of you. I did it because of you. Thank you. Okay. Anyway. Buy peanuts and use a blender. This is easier. If I had time to do that, I'd have time for so much more stuff. Fluffernutters? Fluffernut. What the fuck is a fluff? Why do I know that word? I'm typing it. Fluffernutter. Oh, yeah, that stuff. God, I haven't seen that in a while. Marshmallow fluff. It's like, like a jar of, like liquid marshmallow fluffy stuff. It's not bad. Like I've had it. I don't know. I've seen that in a really long time. Apparently Amazon and Walmart have it. Anyone heard of mayo and peanut butter sandwiches? Talk like that could get somebody banned from this channel. There, Randolph. There, Mr. Randolph. You may want to calm the fuck down with what we're talking about. Like, I know we talk some harsh stuff. I know that I will easily flow the phrase, you fucking cunt, when I'm talking about some douchebag in politics. But mayonnaise and peanut butter? Like, I got my fucking limits. Like, calm down. Calm down. My friend told me about this strange thing his girlfriend's daughter liked. Run. Tell him to run. There is going to be so many problems. So many problems. Run. Just go. Be like, you know what? Can't handle that. You're fucking weird. That is some bullshit. We're done. Run. Get. It's. That's some like apocalyptic. Yeah, apocalyptic shit. Apocalyptic. That's. I won't ban you. That's fine. That's so. I mean, that's weird. I mean, I think I've said this before. Not as weird, I would say, but my friend's daughter, who just graduated recently, growing up, she would get Doritos and use like Country Crock. How you get like the Country Crock margarine, that like the fluffier stuff, it's like softer. Like she would eat Doritos and use butter as dip for the Doritos. And I remember calling him up and going, dude, she wants Doritos and butter. Like, what does she mean? He goes, yeah, dude, just open the butter up, let her go. She was like 4. And she just sat there and just ate Doritos. Like fun, like if we were dipping like Tostitos and salsa, I was just watching. I'm like, I don't even want to try that. But like she did that all the time. We just had to limit her because obviously you don't want her going and overdoing that. And like luckily her odd eating habits as a child didn't continue as she got older. I don't know that she eats that anymore. I should probably ask her. Sorry. I mean, it may not be that bad. Redneck Atheist, does anybody else drink the pickle juice after you finish all the pickles? Like, I don't drink all of it, but I will definitely take a good sip of it. Redneck Atheist, like I did last night when I finished my Vlasic kosher dills. Ate my last pickle. Had to put that on the list. But yeah, I'd actually drink a little bit of it. Take a sip. It is a fucking delicious thing. Lion39 used to love margarine on saltine crackers. Now that that's how I guess it's not too weird. That's why I don't think it's too weird, Lion. Because I still do that. I will get some plain ass regular motherfucking saltine crackers and get butter and just put, like I said before, like way too much fucking butter. Like if I were to take 2 crackers, the amount of butter I put on each one would look like an Oreo cookie stuffing. Like, I will do that shit all the time. I don't do it. I actually haven't done it in a while. That's probably why I'm losing weight, because I'm not doing shit like that and going through like 2 or 3 tubes of just fucking butter. Blah. God, yeah, that's actually a really good line. I remember that. I missed that. But I guess I can understand with the Doritos and butter. It just struck me as so weird. Maybe I'll try that once. It's not like I don't ever like. Okay, I don't have Doritos now, but I do have a big ass bag of potato chips. I wonder if I can whip something together I can dip my potato chips in. Dip my balls in it. I don't have any salsa left. That's on the list. I don't have any like ranch cool neat fucking stuff. I mean, I got lots of cat hair, but that gets a little dry after a while. Pickle juice is just flavored vinegar, says Rifleman. Yeah, that's fine. Grilled dill pickles are almost like homemade. Grilled dill pickles. I've never tried cooking a dill pickle, I don't think. I've heard of doing pickle juice chasers for whiskey. I probably tried it at some point, but I don't remember specifically, because back when I was drinking a lot of whiskey, I was drinking a lot of whiskey. Uh-oh. Did it hit the floor? No, it didn't hit the floor. Sorry, I'm just picking them out. Grillo. Oh, it's a brand. Grillo dill pickles. Sorry, I thought it meant grilled. Grillo dill pickles are almost like homemade. Grillo. I don't know that I've heard of Grillo. I usually get Vlasic because they are very crunchy. Even if the thing's been open for like a week. They stay pretty fucking crunchy. A lot of the cheaper brands, they're just fucking floppy. Ooh, there's one sitting on the keyboard. Alright. Hey, thanks, Rob. There's a Discord link if you ever want to hang out over there. I pop in and out occasionally. It's not like super busy, but you know, we try to share some stuff here and there over there. And everybody's welcome. You don't have to be a goofball or anything. I don't block my Discord behind a paywall. There's a refreshing summer drink with vinegar, diluted apple vinegar with a bit of sugar or honey. I have heard that before, Horvath. I have heard that's pretty good. I do not believe I have tried that, but I know that I've heard something of that variety. All right, I'm going to end the poll here in a minute. Creamy versus crunchy peanut butter. Oh, that's a lot of chocolate. That's not complaining. Cucumbers, cream, and mint tzatziki. Nigel Wright. Tzatziki. I feel like I've had something like that before. I don't remember when or where, but I feel like I've had that before. Yeah, you definitely don't want to have to deal with a floppy pickle, Mr. Phil. It's embarrassing for everybody, really. Cranberry chaser after a tequila shot is just magical, says Redneck Atheist. Anything after a tequila shot is fucking magical, Redneck Atheist. A kick in the nuts would be magical after a tequila shot. Like, I've only done a tequila shot a couple times in my life, and one time was for someone else's, oh, I can't drink anymore, and I'm like, oh, take a shot of tequila for me. I'm like, you motherfucker. And then one time I was just too drunk to remember not to do that, and I was like, ugh, I didn't barf, but it was just gross. Ziki sauce on lamb gyro. Maybe that's where I know I've had the cucumber and mint and like it's a Ziki thing-ish before. Sorry. Pimento cheese. Don't know that I've tried pimento cheese. Crispy pickles. Oh yeah, just crispy pickle. Yeah, definitely need crispy pickles. Sorry. I always get kosher dill. I mean, that's like the normal pickle over here. I can't deal with sweet pickles. Dear God. I've had absinthe. I had a bunch of absinthe sent over from Europe before it's like sort of kind of legal-ish or something here, but years ago I had a bunch sent over, and that's pretty good. I didn't see any like fucking green fairies or anything, but it gave you a nice buzz. It was alright. I ordered like this big fucking set from somebody. Came when I still have some of the hardware, like the spoons and the cups things and like cubes and matches and shit like that. I had God, I can't even remember. I think one was called like Strong 69 or something. Like it was a fucking heavy hitter. That was really good. I had a red, and like besides that, all I can remember is like a green. I had a red one, a green one, a blue one. That Strong 69 was kind of green. A bunch of them were from Germany. But that was so long ago, I can't remember all of them. But I've never had absinthe that I didn't like. It's all been pretty good. Whether it be over the special way or just having someone just sprinkling some sugar in it, mixing it, and just drinking it. The one thing with fancy drinks, I never drink them right, I just drink them. Oh, this is a sipping. That ain't sipping shit, buddy. It's just kind of how I go. Not much of a sipper. Unless it's like super wicked strong. But absinthe was never really that bad for me. It's just fine. Pickled eggs. Pickled eggs. Those are the purple ones, right? What am I thinking of with the fucking one grandma made? With the mustard and the thing. Those are, not pickled eggs. What the hell are those called? God damn. Like I make them all the time. Not pickled. Deviled eggs. There you go. Thanks, Garble. Yeah, deviled eggs. I love deviled eggs. I eat them all the time. Never get deviled eggs from the store. Like I've tried a couple times. Like I've had them come out fresh, and I've been all right. I'll try again. It's just fucking like you just poop funny for a couple days. Never get them from the store. Just make them yourself. Dear God, deviled eggs are really good. Tzatziki is a Greek widely eaten cucumber yogurt salad from the Balkans and Asia, also called tarator. Dice a cucumber, add some salt, olive oil, and crushed garlic. Mixed with yogurt. Okay, so I have had that before. Thank you, Horovac. Yeah, I have actually had that before a couple times. I think I've had it at two different places. I think they were both Asian places, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I have had that before. Alright. Hard-boiled eggs in a pickle brine. Okay. Oh, okay. What are the purple eggs? I thought those were pickled eggs. Like, is that like maybe that's a regional thing? Like, I've always, like, growing up, you always see, like, the purple-looking eggs, like, at the salad bar. Like, what are those? Never got them, because I never knew what the fuck they were purple for. Like, pinkish, like, it's like, just the outside is, like, pinkish purple. Red beet eggs. Are you fucking serious? You put beets in with the pickled eggs, and it turns them purple. Huh. I guess that's a flavored thing. Well, yeah, okay. Yellow pickled eggs or mustard, pink beet pickled eggs, or white pickled eggs. No shit. Okay. I think beet stuff's pretty good. Like, I guess maybe I'll fucking try one next time I see it. Like, all right, okay. I never knew what the hell they were. I just thought they looked weird. Like, I'm 47 years old, and I'm still, every time I see them, I just like, yeah, it looks weird. Oh, okay, if that's beet flavored kind of thing, yeah, I'll give that a shot. All right. And hell yeah, if I see some bright yellow ones, fucking, I love anything mustard wise. They make spicy pickled eggs. I'm making a batch now. Are they like red? That would be wicked. Actually, I guess. I mean, could you just take like a hard-boiled egg? I guess you put it in like a special pickle. I guess it's not just vinegar. I guess it's some mixture of something. Like, just drop some like jalapenos in that motherfucker for a while. Like, and make some spicy-ish stuff, or drop some like hard peppers. Like, I got the boss trying to grow me some Carolina Reapers. Huh. Yeah, 420 cheers, toot toot everybody, or shots, or drinks, or cartwheels, or, tickle your bunghole. Right now's the time to do it. I just went to put a meal in the oven and I forgot to buy one. Well, yeah, it would help to have something to put there. Are there any small children available that you can substitute? I mean, check with your neighbors. Especially if you hear a fussy one, they're probably more likely to go ahead and be like, "Here, just take it." You know what I mean? Like, can you pay a small child to fetch you a Big Mac? Admiral Rascals was tending to the garden, giggity. What did Rifleman's? Beets are a strong source of nitrogen compounds, which, according to medical research, improves the male erection. So beets are boner or pro boner. All right. Make a note of that, everyone. Beets are pro boner. I will keep that in mind. If I eat a purple egg and I get a boner, I will understand that it's not because I'm sexually intrigued by the egg. It is because it has beet stuff on it. So basically at that point, it'll just be a beaten boner. All right. All right. Talking about beating the boners are in here. Good to go. We're good to go. And hey, we don't have to approve anything like Twitch. So we're good to go. We are good to go. All right. Well, the poll has 55% preferring creamy peanut butter over crunchy. I figured it'd be about 50, and it does seem more people tend to like kind of lean towards creamy. So that makes sense. So there's beets in Minecraft. That's pretty much all I know about beets. That and it's really good for natural, like hippie dye, red dye stuff. The beets go straight to your meat. Viagra and Cialis both operate on the nitrogen compound uptake concept, so it operates in the same manner. I've heard that right. I feel like I've heard that, Rifleman. Like, for some reason, I probably heard it at some point when I was fucking a vegan, dealing with other fucking. I mean, no offense, just I had to deal with some interesting fucking militant vegans. Ugh. Anyway. Poll must be broke. The bin option is 100%. Okay. Peanut butter is fine. See? Boom, 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 boom. Oh my god, it doesn't fall out. It's Satan food. Okay. Take this all out. Love that stuff. Oh yeah, the poll worked, C2S. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, the poll actually worked. It didn't work last week, so I guess they sorted their bullshit out with their new dashboard. Good. Good observation there, C2S. Thank you. It's not broken, Jacket. That just because I didn't put ooh on as a third option doesn't mean it's broken. There's a lot of militant vegans out there. It's like, Jesus. Like, you know, like when you go to like a vegan gathering of everyone's got all their happy stuff, we're all trying different foods and all that. And then you got some fuckwad in the corner that's showing like the animal slaughter videos. It's like, dude, I'm not fucking here to watch that. I'm already eating your stupid fucking food. I know what's going on. That's why I'm eating it, sort of. A little more forced to, but like when you try to go to a happy gathering with a bunch of happy people and you got fuckhead playing the slaughter videos, it's like, dude, we know. Like, what are you getting the fucking joy out of this? You're walking behind a tent and fucking cracking one off to it? Like, Jesus Christ, you don't need to see that shit every fucking day and every goddamn gathering we go to. Yes, we understand. Like, fucking get off your goddamn high horse like you're some god that's come into the vegan community to share the wrath of the meat eaters. Nah, we know. We get it. It's like, shut the fuck up. Anyway. I'm not being offensive to vegans. Like, that's a fine choice as long as you have it by choice. You know what I mean? Or like something medical. By all means, eat the way you want to. It's when it's shoved down your fucking throat and you're being forced to do it, then you can go fuck yourself. Sorry. God. All right. Anyway, I guess I'll do a top or an 8:30 VertoThermoWhoofle, and then we'll get ready to head on out of here. The worst vegan is the vegan teacher. Oh, that fucking cunt can take a long walk off a short fucking pier. That dumb bitch. She is such a fucking hateful, like, and I understand the words I'm using as I'm saying this, but she is a hateful fucking bitch. Like, I understand I'm using hateful words to describe her, but you kinda have to get to the level of how much of a dumb cunt she is. Oh my God. Her self-righteous, entitled, Karenistic, go fuck your... I'm surprised YouTube allows her to be on the platform. Like, she should be fucking kicked off because she spread some fucking bullshit. Anyway. So, how are you? Horavag, vegetarian, vegan stuff is nice. Nicer than meat, actually. I'm not vegan, but I prefer that to meat. Like, some of the stuff is good. Like, if you make a good seitan loaf, you know, which is, God, what the fuck was that made out of? Not TVP. What was the other thing that stuff was made out of? Some kind of flour thing or whatever, but seitan, not Satan, not like Satan, but seitan. There's like a vegan meat substitute loaf thing. Is it wheat protein? It might be wheat protein. Something like that, yeah. Like that stuff, if you made it right, it was pretty fucking good. I wouldn't call it a meat substitute. Like, it's kind of its own thing, but it was good if it was made right. Like, you could make that up just right. You could fry it up kind of like meat. Yeah, you still had to get some stuff going with it, but it wasn't bad. If made right, and I enjoyed making that and eating that. That was pretty good. But a lot of the shit, man, they're like, look, there's no animal in it. And I'm like, yeah, cool. You substituted animal for a bunch of synthetic shit. Like, how the fuck is this better for me? Really? I mean, the only way you could the only way you can avoid a bunch of still over-processed bullshit is almost going raw vegan. It's, and then at that point, you're only worried about pesticides. I don't know. It just didn't work for me. Like I just could not find a diet that worked for me. I couldn't find a flavor. I couldn't find anything that just tasted great. As soon as I went back to eating meat and going on my regular meat eating schedule and doing what I do, I felt better. I lost a bunch of weight, gained a bunch more energy. I could actually sleep better, like shit like that. A scrant. Oh boy. Um, uh, but for me, and then that works. And they say, like, some people, your body, like it, everybody's body's different. Some people's bodies react well to no meat, and apparently mine didn't. But I eat mostly chicken. Yeah, I get the beef going in there every once in a while, but it's mostly chicken. Like I might make a hamburger tonight later on. But yeah, we'll see. But anyway. Do you cook fried chicken at 666 degrees? No, I cook it at, I think it's at 425 for like an hour. Like I cook my chicken legs, I cook them, like I overcook them on purpose. I like them slightly burnt and crispy on the outside. So, surf and turf hold the surf. Lots of turf. Mr. Phil, I went vegan for an entire month and never felt sicker. Yeah, apparently there's that too. It takes a little while for your body to adjust. And I'm like, well, if it takes that long for it to adjust, is it really good for you? I don't know. You have to cook seitan at 660. And that's only if you plan on using it in a ritual sacrifice. Otherwise, if you're just eating seitan edibly, I believe 375 would be the preferred temperature. That's the way it's roughly half as evil as it should be. Is Silverado as good as Sierra? Basically, the only difference is, does it say Chevrolet or GMC? Since they're both the same. A Chevy Silverado is a GM Sierra pickup. And my leg itches. Hold on. All right. VertoThermoWhoofle time. See if we can light the peanut butter on fire. Fire! All right. Let's hit the button that's currently blocked by the peanut butter. Zoop. All right. Whoop. Wow. Strobe warning. Whoop. A little rough today. Number 3. Whee. And the up close. Okay. Whee. All right. Got a little bit of that on the floor, but not too much. Ooh, that's what socks are for. Got that warm spot going. At least it's not doing like the after strobe flicker or holy shit effect. You can kind of see the heat propagating around too, like fading. I mean, it really is a good like refresh rate. Good resolution. Especially for something that's meant to be on for like minutes at a time, and it's on for hours at a time. No, we will not be burning down the house. There's a way to make awesome smoke bombs out of peanut butter, says Ed Bird. Why does it not surprise me that you would know this? And we're not doing that tomorrow. No, I only lost like just a little bit off of my fingers. There, redneck atheist. That's pretty normal. All right. Heat's taking its time. Switch on back. All right. So we'll get out of here in a couple more minutes. Black Watcher, I am mostly vegetarian. I like lettuce on my burgers and ketchup on my fries. There you go. I don't even eat lettuce on my burgers. I mean, unless it's there, it's coleslaw kind of thing. I usually do, like we just had we had a burger truck for the 4th of July at work on Wednesday. And I got bacon, cheeseburger with tomatoes, extra raw onions, and mustard. Oh, and jalapenos. That was pretty good. Raw jalapenos, raw onions. Of course, I'll eat white onions. I'll eat those like apples. Like I just bite into them. Those fucking things are delicious. Delicious. Ugh. Lettuce is only there as a grease catch. Actually, Ed, you are correct. There are times where I have built burgers and went, you know what, I'm going to put the lettuce on the bottom because I don't want the bottom bun being fucking just a soggy. And it works. I mean, you get a little bit of grease runoff, but you know what? Man, you got a good bottom bun going. Put the tomatoes on top. Tomatoes stick to the cheese. That kind of helps hold. That creates little cavities for any extra grease to run into to like hide in the tomato a little bit. Build it up from there. Works good. Works good. Jonathan Hughes, you should always season your burger patties with salt and pepper or rub them on both sides with mustard before you grill them. Yeah, I usually have them with salted with Montreal steak seasoning. Hey, you're welcome, Zaps. Appreciate you hanging out. But it's about 8:35 here. Means it's just about time for me to get out here and get something to eat. Figure out what I'm going to do here. Probably do pancakes still. I don't know. I already had a lot of chocolate. No, I'll go see what I do. Maybe I'll do actually, you know what? Maybe I'll do the burger thing now. Yeah. I'll have a baked potato maybe tomorrow night after I throw it out on the front porch. All right. Well, I guess before I go, one more Berrylicious. Cheers, everybody. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Appreciate the goofballs. Appreciate members and donators and everybody that helps with the channel. As the new Lego stuff arrives, I'll show it, let everybody know what's going on. And in case you didn't know, we put Legos together on Wednesdays because we're just that kind of fucking like rebel out there, wild, fucking goofy kind of people that just slay with our Legos. But cheers, everybody. All right. I'm going to go find something to eat. Oh, there's Ed. Thank you, Ed, for 10 memberships to the Gaggle Goofballs. Got Nigel, Admiral, Jumbo Games, London City District, Rye Bricks, Peter Paul Hades, Clue, and Hung Fuck. Nice. Appreciate that, Ed. And I will see you tomorrow at 12 noon or slightly earlier. Anyway, I'll talk to you in a little while anyway. So, thanks everybody for hanging out. I am going to go get out of here and get something to eat. Have yourselves a good weekend, and I'll see some of you tomorrow for Ed's budget gaming PC build live at 1:30-ish Eastern. Thanks again, and I will see you next week. And I am out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2,